You're about to listen to TADPOG, Tyler and Dave Play Old Games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to another TADPOG podcast. The Ian part is silent. Tyler and Dave and Ian play old games. I'm your weird host Tyler, and we got a lot of shit to talk about today. I think.
I think so.
I'm glad that you guys think so.
Not about the game.
Oh no! now I'm real worried. I have more things to say about the game than like.
Good, it'll balance out.
Okay, good. All right, great. So yeah, everybody, be very prepared for the second segment to be me talking for a very long time, uninterrupted, boring game talk.
A lot of people want that.
I don't know. It's weird. You can't. I'll go ahead and get into it. I wasn't going to get into it, but it's like you can't please everybody.
Nope, impossible.
No matter what you do. So yeah, even if the second segment were to be me just dryly explaining fighters history.
Now the history of fighters history.
A Ken Burns documentary. Still, no one would like that except for like a couple people.
Yeah.
Well, whether or not, good listener, you are pleased or not about what we're doing, we are very glad you're here with us.
We are. Despite what I said may have just made it sound like.
No,
Let's start over.
Nope. It's on the record. We're on the record.
Damn it.
Sorry.
First thing I want to address right here. I got a package right here.
Nice.
So probably 4 or 5 months ago, I was on the toilet scrolling on my phone, see something pop up on Facebook, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy that for Ian and Dave. So I bought it.
Okay.
And then it was like, will arrive September whatever. It's like, shit. I guess it's birthday presents. So I've got your guys' birthday presents right here.
Okay.
Nice.
And the choices I've made are based off of the episode that we recorded that inspired this purchase.
Oh, so do we get to guess what episode it was? Will you show us what it is and we'll guess?
You would know immediately.
Oh, really?
It's dildos, isn't it?
Shaped like Conker.
So based off of our Full Metal Alchemist.
Hey, wow, this is a long time ago. Oh, I love this.
I got Riza Hawkeye.
So based off on like a murder fuck kill that we had between Olivier and Riza, I believe those were your choices.
Nice.
Thanks.
I love this,
You're
man.
welcome.
This is awesome.
Awesome. I know exactly where that's going.
I saw a meme. Hopefully it was on the Tadpog Discord about like who you pick. That's like based on your personality. I'll try to find. That's horrible. I'm sorry for this horrible story. I saw a thing one time that I can't explain or show you.
I promise you, it was
Trust
awesome.
me, it impacted me in some way, in some minor way, long enough for me to be like, huh. And then immediately forget about it until I see a Funko Pop. Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah,
It's really nice.
thank you so much.
So
awesome.
yeah, I'm on some mailing list where whatever Funko's coming out in like 6 months. You want to go ahead and pre-order it now? Sure.
Cool.
So those, and then I got the most recent Moon Knight for Artsy AJ.
Good,
and
that's
then
a good
I ordered myself 8 Gates Might Guy that I thought looked good.
Nice.
So I'll get that in like 6 months.
Does Charisma Carpenter have a Funko? Probably, right?
Probably. There's got to be Buffy ones, so I'm sure there's a...
Look, man, this Olivier Armstrong has the number 1,178 on it, which leads me to believe that there are 1,177 other Funko Pops.
Yeah.
Charisma Carpenter probably has one,
I'm sure
right?
the Buffy series, absolutely she has one. Yeah.
See, though, here's the thing. I've got a little bit of a beef with Funko Pops because as much as I love them and as diverse as that whole collection is, I mean, you can find them for just about anything. There's one that that doesn't exist that I think that would please a lot of people.
Bud and Sissy.
It's Bud and Sissy. I don't know if I mentioned that before.
Yeah.
Okay. So Funko, once again, I plead for. I know Funko corporate is listening to this podcast.
They're like
They emailed me
a
this
cat's
morning.
whisker
and said
away from being a sponsor.
Yeah.
I've been working on it for 10 years, and boy, it's been a grind.
Take it over the edge, guys. Let's have a Bud and Sissy Funko Pop set. It's needed. It's necessary. It would make my wife very happy too.
You know why for the longest time, they were like, the reason we were saying frog pussy so often was that Funko was like, we'll only do it if you say frog pussy 3 times per episode.
We met our quota.
For a little while.
For a while. Oh, did they mean forever?
Yeah, in perpetuity.
That is a phrase I don't get to use often enough.
So often I use it that I didn't even know how to say it at first. I had to take a second run at it.
I did find another package when I was cleaning out snacks. I don't know how long this has been down there.
Where was this package?
Tucked down under here with the D&D
Under the
stuff.
cart?
Well, let's open it in Community Corner.
Is it dusty?
Save for community corner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to do a community
We
corner.
do need a third segment today.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And since the first segment's going to be so short and uneventful,
yeah, I did
Well,
nothing.
let's take a break. And, no,
Yeah.
Why don't
I've got a couple
I got a lot of
things.
good response. We want to do another draft.
yeah, totally.
Yeah,
do
yeah,
another
let's
draft
definitely
today.
do another draft.
I've got a couple of things I was just going to bring up. First of all, I know everyone is so excited to hear about what I've been watching.
Ian, what
this
did you
week.
watch?
Nothing. Not as much. I didn't break a whole lot of new ground.
Well, that was definitely what we would call a ruined orgasm.
Yeah. Well, I excel at that. I finished Harley Quinn,
Nice.
which is 3 seasons. Really, really, really fucking good show. I mean, that's like Emmy Award winning. It needs to be Emmy Award winning for just the writing, at least for an animated series. It is really, really well done.
I have a
Clever as fuck.
weird question about that show. It just landed on my radar like super recently.
Yeah.
Did they do 3 seasons in 1 year, or has this been going on for 3 years?
It's been going on for
Wow.
a while. It's just I'm the same. I've known about it. I'd heard about it, but I thought I didn't know it was going to be a cartoon like more geared towards adults.
Yeah.
But boy, was I wrong.
That's like a marketing problem.
It is, because it's worth a watch. I'm marketing it. Everybody should watch this show. It's awesome. And just to complete the set, I went ahead and watched the newest Harley Quinn movie, Birds
Oh.
of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn.
Is it good?
I really liked it.
Yeah, I heard good things about it. I haven't seen
Margot Robbie is so good as
it. Oh, you said good. I thought you were going to say something else. But yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Oh,
good
she's
too.
probably-
Allergic to chicken eggs.
Really?
So the bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich she has in that movie is made with
All
duck
frogs.
eggs.
Really?
All frogs.
That's an interesting fact. I
Yep.
did not know. But it's a really
Man.
great movie. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I look forward to more. Although, well, I won't spoil anything, but I do look forward to more of those. Watched a number of really bad, questionable horror movies on Shudder. Shudder is a great time waster, guys. For not that much money, you can watch all the bad horror you can find, and it's great.
Shutter rules.
I love Shudder.
Yeah.
I cannot. I love just sitting and playing video games and watching old 80s horror films, or even more recent than that. Some of them are actually pretty scary. You might find a gem in there from time to time, but
The music, I love the music in 80s horror movies. Like, even when it's not a good movie, like when I was talking about the Toolbox Murderer or whatever, I can't even remember the name of
Yeah.
the movie. That movie fucking sucked, but it was funny. Like,
Right.
And there was Tits and Bush in it, which,
Sure.
you know, we can all appreciate. But the music in it was like, man, you just don't hear
Yeah.
music like this anymore unless someone is specifically trying to make this kind of music. you
yeah,
know?
and the 80s, especially in the 80s, the concept of making writing a song for the movie that specifically says the title of the movie somewhere in the song, that trend is all but died out.
We should bring back the early 90s trend where it's like at the end of a movie, we have a rap about the movie.
Oh yeah.
Can we get on Fiverr and find a rap artist to like do a rap about the show that we just recorded
So-
like at the end of each episode?
And like
The new stinger is a Fiverr rap.
there are but a few exceptions to this rule. Most of the time it's bad. Most of the time the song is really bad.
Yeah.
You know, something like but there are a few exceptions. What I can think of right now, Men in Black.
Yeah, okay.
The Will Smith Men in Black song is
Wow.
actually really good.
There's the Wiki Wiki Wild
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 West.
Not great, but
Wait, is that the one where Will Smith goes, woo, in it?
probably. No, I think that's the one where he does
it. And,
Another exception to that rule.
and Hitch.
There's a movie called Deep Cover. It's an older movie starring Lawrence Fishburne and Jeff Goldblum, and it's really really fucking good movie.
You got my attention with those two names.
But and it's not a comedy. It's a
Yeah.
hardcore drama. It's a really good drama about Lawrence Fishburne is a cop that goes into deep cover, and of course gets sucked into the world that he's supposed to be policing in a way, and it's really fucking good. But at the end of the movie, they're rolling the credits, and so this hip hop beat starts, and I'm like, oh fuck, you know, here we go, shitty rap song incoming. No, man, it was Dr. Dre.
TURTLE power.
It was Dr. Dre and
Go
Snoop
Ninja,
Dogg.
go Ninja.
Wow.
Did you hear that? It was Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
Snoopy
was-
Dog?
Yes, Snoop Doggity Dog. They recorded a song specifically for this movie, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah? Okay.
So that was another exception to the rule of
Was it like Deep Blue? Was that the
Deep
turn
Blue
your hat
Sea.
like a shark fin?
Oh yeah. My
like
hat,
LL Cool J?
my hat is like a shark's fin.
Yeah.
Deepest, bluest. My hat is like a shark's fin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's not good.
I don't know, man.
It's funny.
It's great.
I hope he did it like
Nah,
sarcastically.
I don't think so, but I hope so too.
The ladies do love him.
My aunt certainly did. Yeah.
I could see why.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
She certainly did.
Anyway, and then the other weird, strange horror movie I watched this week is a movie called Possessor, about a woman who works for an agency that actually can take over the minds of people and basically control their lives to an end, usually resulting in some sort of financial gain for whoever contracts them for the job.
She does this by possessing them?
Yeah, they'll like kidnap the person and gas them, and then put a thing in their head, and then that thing is like a receiver, and so they then transmit her consciousness into his body, and she can control him. And in this case, she's being tasked with killing this CEO so that his brother will inherit the company and then get all their money. But it's a really fucking weird.
So Inception
trippy,
stole the storyline of Inception from this movie.
sort of, yeah. It post dates Inception, so I think they kind of did crib that couple of ideas there a little
Rip
bit.
off.
Wait, this movie came out after Inception?
Yeah.
This sounds
Oh,
like a 1970s movie.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Looks
It
like a
was.
1970s. No, this movie is recent. It was
What?
like 2019.
Is it a period piece? Like, is it like
Not really.
okay, Joker happened and then Possessor happened?
they have cell phones.
Wow, that seems like a really kind of like a quaint, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it is, but it is an art piece.
Okay.
There's a lot of like visuals and psychological type stuff going on in it. I mean, it wasn't my first pick. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 stars. Wizen Sage says, check it out.
is it at any point in the movie does someone say possession is 9/10 of the law?
God, no, but if they had, I'd have given it 4 stars. out of
okay.
5.
I
All
mean,
right.
speaking along that line, I showed Melissa the Corey Feldman music video for "Without You."
Oh, wow. How
She's like,
about
when
that?
was this made? How old is this? August
Of when?
this year.
This past August of 2022. So you watched the video.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were
Oh,
going to
yeah.
say, and I'm still cleaning the sheets.
Did I? Was I right?
She just slid her way to work.
Was I right or was I right?
Oh man,
It's the cringiest thing. Woo! Hell yeah!
Wild Wild West. Hell yeah.
I don't have much else. I was going to talk a little bit about Multiversus.
Yeah, please. Because I took a work trip, and because of that work trip, freed myself from playing Multiversus every day.
shackles
And I gotta say,
of
man,
the Warner Brothers.
when I got back from said work trip, I was like, "Yo, I can play other games." Like it was weird. I did truly felt like I was freed from doing my online chores.
Yeah. Well, I still am doing the chores.
Yeah, I know you.
I will break for a day. I won't always play every day. But,
I was playing
but I do play. I do play most days.
Every day for at least an hour. I was playing this game.
Which I think is honestly reasonable, but it never, for me, it's never an hour.
It
turns into more hours.
I guess it's reasonable, but what sucks is when I get done and I feel like, thank God that's done. Like I can check this off my list of things that I've done.
Got enough dopamine to check it off. Okay, I'm good.
It's not even that. It's like finished all the tasks that this video boss has given me. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, why don't do that? I need to stop doing this.
Right.
But it feels like it is, and obviously it was engineered to like take advantage of that personality type. And it's like, that bothers me. And it's because it's like, God damn it, you're fucking hacking me. And I know it. And I'm still coming back. I'm still putting the 40 quarters in to take the next step in Waterworld. You know, it's.
I enjoy it still. I do still like to play it. And just because that's kind of a genre that is still fairly new to me and it's still satisfying when I'm good at it. Although I'm not good at it, I just am good enough to be able to win sometimes and enjoy it.
Sure.
And
I'm with you 100% that it is, for me, it is one of those games where it is only fun to me if I am winning. Like if I'm losing, the game, it's miserable. It is, but that's also kind of fighting games.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
is.
Like that's also kind of like,
you
I
either
remember
win or you don't.
I remember being in middle school and being like, all right, Mortal Kombat 2 came out. I love Mortal Kombat 1. Going to the arcade and just getting destroyed immediately because there's a line, you know? Like 2 lines.
And you only get like one shot.
You get one shot, and then it's like, well, fuck, that sucked. And it's just like, it's a miserable experience. You go back to the end of the line, get back up, and there are people who love that. But like, I don't know, man. It's kind of like, I don't love that. I only have fun in Multiversus when I'm winning, or B, Ian, when I'm playing with you.
We do well together.
It's fun.
And it's fun even when we don't.
Yes.
That's do a podcast together.
We should do a podcast
so well.
about it. About something. What would we do a podcast on if we were to be on one together?
I don't
Star
know.
Trek.
Probably Star Trek. You could just explain it to me, and I'm not going to watch any of it, and I'll just ask questions.
I'll just recap every episode.
Perfect.
From my point of view.
And I'll make stupid jokes that even I don't appreciate.
Yeah.
You've just described half of the last podcast on the left, where Ben
Pretty
doesn't do the
much.
research and just like ask Marcus dumb questions.
Yeah, pretty much. And they're low-key racist all the time. Somehow they get away with that. I don't understand how. But anyway, Rick Sanchez just came out from Rick and Morty. He is actually a good character. Morty was kind of Gizmo was kind of Rick is fine. I'm not going to say Rick is like the greatest thing ever, but he's definitely one that you can pick
We
up
wouldn't
and
appreciate
play.
it. We're not on the right level to understand how good Rick is.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, obviously, right?
You can pick up and play it and get along. But what I found last night was the magic of bots, because I hate playing with the internet at large. You know, I fucked up. I took some bait the other day. I took the bait on somebody the other day, and
What bait?
someone messaged me, like, I didn't do great in a match, but our team still won. And
God.
yeah.
Did someone come up and was, please God, tell me someone sent you a message that verbatim said 1v1 me?
No.
Oh, damn it, man.
They did say you hardcore got carried in that match. And I don't know why, but it flew over me. And generally I just ignore shit like that because I'm old and mature, right? No. I replied back and said, well, you're a hardcore cunt. Have a blessed day. So I'm probably going to get banned from Xbox Live now.
No, you just get blocked. You didn't,
Which is fine. I couldn't care less. I
just say you're British.
Yeah, that's totally fine over there. But then, that kind of pissed me off. And I'm like you. I hate playing with the internet at large because everyone is salty. Everyone is... Either you beat the shit out of them or you win a match, whether it's hard fought or not. And like, let's say you can do a best of 3. Let's say you go into round 1 and they win. And of course they're fucking teabagging and fucking, whatever they do to make sure that we won and we're better than you.
Doing
right?
all the fixins.
Just every bit of the fixins. Then you go into the round 2, right? And you're like, okay, fine, we'll play again. And you beat them, then they quit.
Yeah.
Or they send you a message.
Or they'll send you a message saying you got hardcore carried or you got tazzed.
Yeah.
Dave and I both got messages one night. We were playing on a team and we beat this other team, or this other team beat us because he kept spamming this one Tasmanian devil move over and over and
what
over.
did Melissa do?
She ran real fast.
She fucking tazzed us. That's what she did, Tyler.
Taz!
But he took the time. This person, I said,
That's what I should have responded. Melissa?
This person took the time to send each of us the message that simply said, well, Dave said, you got tazzed.
Yeah.
Mine just
That's
said,
what Melissa says anytime I come. You got tazzed. Well, mine just said tasked. Just tasked. So anyway, I started playing last night. I said, fuck it. I'm going to play against some bots. So I set up bots and played 2v2. I didn't set them up. One of the options in the standard game is you can switch to bots. So the game plays against you, but it picks opponents and levels them up more to where you're at on that particular character. Mm-hmm. And I found it to be quite entertaining and quite challenging. It was fun, and there was no saltiness at all. And it was fine.
Yeah, I don't get satisfaction out of playing. I haven't played against bots in Multiversus, but typically I don't know, man. There's something... I just can't be pleased, I think is probably just is the truth of it.
It's a bitter pill to swallow when you hate playing online with real people, but you don't get any satisfaction from playing offline with bots. So I understand that, but to a certain extent, I actually thought these were pretty good. This was a pretty good experience. So I give some bots a shot. Maybe you'll like it.
I have a question about
you
bots.
don't build not the ones where you stack the deck. You actually, it's just like a regular game. It just populates it with bots.
I'll try. I haven't tried it. I will try it. But
you may still not be satisfied with it. But
what I mainly want to do is playing with you is fun.
Yeah, I do enjoy it.
Playing with you is fun.
I will do
and
against anyone.
When we're playing, I don't care if we lose as long as I feel like you're not upset about it.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I never will be to that extent. Unless I make a stupid mistake or something obvious that's just be like, oh, we were so close, but no, otherwise that'll never happen.
But it is fun playing like that. That's for me. That's the key, because it's like when we play and we lose, I don't give a shit because we're talking, we're laughing, we're having fun. It's not fucking sweaty, try hard bullshit that like. When I'm playing alone and solo queuing and it's just like, fuck, man, it's just like, because it's just not as fun. It's just not as fun to like be playing with someone I'm not talking to, someone that I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. But playing with you is a lot of fun.
Well, we'll do it. I know I keep saying that, but we will do it. We'll get together and play soon. I'll just keep either fighting bots or getting mad at people in solo queue.
About the bots. So do you know how the bots work? I'm not sure, but I would bet you $100 that it has some AI learning.
I mean, yeah.
Because, okay, you said that like it's an obvious thing.
I think so. I know. I'm saying I think so. I don't know.
But the reason I say that is because, you can go into the lab in training mode in Multiversus and fight against like bots.
Yeah.
And like you can have them do different things. It's a proper training mode.
You can set them to different levels of easy, hard, very hard,
right?
Kind of thing. Yeah.
So I've spent some time in there. Whenever there's like a new character that I want to mess around with, I go into the lab and I look up the move list and try all the stuff. So what I've noticed is when I'm in training mode and I set the AI, when I set the bot to fight, and they fight, when I get knocked out, they teabag.
Yes, they actually do.
And so like when I noticed that, I told Nikki, I was like, I think these bots are like AI. Like I think they're
learning.
They are, because it's like
Clever girl.
Did the programmers like, all right, they're gonna see a lot of teabagging in this game.
Shoot her! I never got teabagged by the bots in the actual 2v2 bot mode, but they all jumped off the side of the map when they were done. Whether if they won or like my bot partner would always Hari carry off the side of the map and kill them.
I want to know about that because that's interesting. If they are learning, if they are like using
if all those douchebags that win and teabag are teaching the AI how to be douchebags, that would be upsetting to me.
That's
and I would say lots of prayers that these people don't have children.
Well,
which I know they definitely do.
I try to remind myself that
there probably are children
that like 24 years ago this was me without a doubt. 24 years ago this was me.
I get that.
And it's really hard. Back to, hey, I saw a meme the other day. This one I can kind of remember because I shared it with Nikki, and because I have a 7-year-old who's on the internet, limited, in a limited amount. But I saw a meme that spoke to me, and it was like, man, I get real mad sometimes on the internet when someone says some stupid fucking bullshit, and then I realize it's probably a 7-year-old. And it's like, oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
It is. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say about Multiversus.
Let's play. I'm not done. I know I was talking like I'm done. I'm not done, but
you want to play with me.
Yeah, I want to play with you.
I do too. I want to play with you.
All right, let's make it happen.
Can I come over and play?
Yeah. I was actually looking to see if the game had. I assumed it was just online only. It has local multiplayer.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess it does. I think I do remember seeing that.
And I had no idea because I was thinking, this would be like a fun game. Like it'd be fun if you could do this old school Smash Brothers style where like four or more people are in a room and you're playing. And I was like, it's a shame you can't do that. And then I was like, can you do that? I looked it up. And yeah, there's a mode.
So you can have 4 people sitting on the couch playing?
From the way I understand it, yeah.
Well, Tyler or Dave, what do you got? What do you got, buddy?
Nothing. I went out of town for work and it was just shitty, and I'm back and I'm ready for a day off. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you. I didn't get to play much of anything, or even while I was there, I didn't get to do. I went to Benihana for the first time.
All right.
So I got that going for me. It was like, we got the new chef, I think, because like on the 3rd hour there, I was like, does it normally take this long? And everybody was like, no. But like at one point, this dude was like, I was really.
You guys want to see me doing X shit? Hold on.
No, man.
Hold on.
No, man. There were no tricks. There were and I'm glad. It's like, fine, no tricks. Because the last time I went to this was years ago.
Hananoki.
No, I never went to Hananoki, but there was that one place, I guess, in St. Louis that we went to.
Oh, yeah.
That's like the only time that I've been to a place like that. And they were doing like when we got there, I was like, I don't want to be catching food like I'm a fucking dolphin. I said that. And they were like, don't worry. And it's like, good, I'll eat here. Because it's like, I fucking hate that shit. Where it's just like, you can do tricks. You are the entertainment. I am not. Don't throw food at me. I'm going to fucking throw it right the fuck back at you. If you're going to throw me fucking mackerels like I'm Flipper. Fuck you. Hey. Serve me.
All right. I have a proposal.
Yeah.
When the 99 Lounge turns into bring your own hibachi, the three of us need to go.
That's what they're doing. Something like that?
It says on the sign, coming soon, bring your own hibachi.
I know Nate pointed out.
I don't even know what that fucking means.
Weird.
Their menu is now. He said that it was Chinese.
Yeah,
I think it's Japanese because when I looked, I was like, I wonder if their Chinese food is good. And then I went there and I was like, oh, they have yahi soba. What is yahi? Oh, they meant yakisoba. Okay. It's like that was a great start.
I'm asking you guys officially out on a date to bring your own hibachi.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to cover it.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'll dose up on antibiotics real quick first. That way, the food poisoning can't get me.
We'll ask it for a light bake on everything,
bake,
so
yeah.
it's not burned. Everything we eat.
Get that light bake, please. What the fuck do you mean light bake? Just don't
Ask
tell
your
me
boss.
you don't know.
Ask your boss.
Don't tell me you don't know what light bake is.
My working theory is
I don't
that
think it's the same. It's not going to be this. If it's the same guy, I'm turning around and walking right the fuck back out.
Please let it be.
This guy has no business running an Asian food establishment.
Apparently, I had no business running a
He
pizza
had
place.
no business running an Italian food establishment.
He's Michael Scott taking a swing at various restaurants.
But this Benihana was like quite an experience because like it did take 3 hours for our meal, and
Too much.
at one
That was
point
all your free time.
it
that
was
day.
no, it really was. Like we got out of the lab, we were like, someone mentioned, yeah, Benihana's right across from the hotel. You want to go there? It's like, yeah, okay, go there, and then we left, and it's like it's time to go to bed. And the meal was fine. The food was fine. It was fine.
Not 3 hours worth, but fine.
I'll also say this: Benihana is like way cheaper than I thought it was going to be.
Really?
Yeah, because I got the bill and I got like 4 fucking 20-ounce beers. So I was like, this is going to be like, my estimate is like, this is going to be $100
For sure.
Like this is going to be $100, and it was like, oh, it's half of that? Right here. Oh. Yeah, here you go. And it's like I got 4 20-ounce beers, and then they call it a 5-course meal, which is like a little misleading because it's like
Rice, chicken, that's 2 courses.
They definitely
Ginger salad, there's your 3rd course.
Yes. Yeah, ginger salad is one.
cookie.
The rice is definitely another.
5th course.
But like at one point, this dude was like,
Fortune cookie, course number 5.
Yeah.
I swear to you, literally cooking 3 shrimp on the grill,
God.
and it's like, I mean, I had to like. I mean, I didn't want to laugh in the guy's face, but it was hilarious to watch him cook, like meticulously cook 3 shrimp on the grill. And it's like, because I had never been there before, I was thinking like, is this somebody's meal? Like, did someone order 3 shrimp? And he's just be like, here's your 3 shrimp. But it was for the rice. But it was just like, I don't know. It was just ridiculous.
To feed the dolphins. 1, 2,
right.
3.
Yeah, I swear to God, you fucking throw that shrimp at me. It's over. I'm leaving.
I'm going to take my 120 ounces of beer and leave.
Yeah, can I get this to go?
You have a bucket.
That's actually my biggest complaint was like, I hate it when I have to be the guy who like catches the server and be like, hey, did you remember that I put a beer order in? Because I need that.
It's them coming.
Essentially, because it's like, I ordered that 20 minutes ago. So like, I mean, beer, please. And he's like, yeah, it's in. It's like, okay.
I'm going to nurse these 3 shrimp for a long time. Bring me a beer.
Yeah, it's like, homie over here is like taking a real long time with these shrimp. I got to have something to do with my hands here.
I'm getting back into Pokemon Go.
Are you?
Yeah. It's nice because there are like 800 Pokemon now. So I'm always
Wow.
like catching new ones and shit. And there's like way more to do in the game.
What got you back into it?
Usually, anytime I go out of town, I'll install it just to see what weird Pokemon are around.
Okay.
And then I did it last time, and then when I came back, it was like, man, there's so many new Pokemon just everywhere. This is nice.
I should get back into it too
It
because
was
I
fun.
travel so much now.
And now you can, even if your phone isn't actively running Pokemon, it'll keep track of your steps. So eggs hatch a lot quicker, and there are way more Pokestops in town. Like now, the church right down the road is one. So if I step out in my yard, I can get a Pokestop or whatever.
Nice.
So it's a lot better than it was.
You said that Apple Valley Psycho Land down the street
Is a Pokemon
gym.
And there's nowhere to like pull in, so I guess it's just that dude's personal gym.
Can you buy it? Can you like?
I've heard that you can.
Yeah.
That you can request and purchase and like rent a gym.
I bet that's what happened.
It probably did.
It sounds like something that like he heard about a couple years
Let's
too
get the
late,
kids
maybe.
in.
You know what I mean? Like, not to say that people aren't playing it. I know that they are, but like definitely didn't get in, didn't strike when the iron was hot.
That was so much fun.
It was fun. Yeah.
I'm tempted to do it again, but I don't think I will.
I'm having fun with it.
I was spending
No.
money. It's kind of like not a lot, but then again, you know, I
I
always
only buy incubators now. That's the
Yeah.
only thing.
I can't remember
Nothing
what I
else.
was buying. It was probably incubators. I kind of forgot how the game works. It was a lot of fun, but like I always try to justify it where it's like, am I having fun with the game? Is this an obscene amount of money? No. Okay, then I'll pay a little money, you know.
I mean, I've earned a decent amount of currency just leaving Pokemon in gyms. And if you leave it for almost a day, you get 50 coins back. It's 150 for a egg incubator. So I'll just leave like 3 gyms, you know, all around work, around the hospital,
Yeah.
and then next day I'll have 150 coins. So
Cool.
not so bad. But you guys want to do a draft?
I loved the draft last episode.
That was awesome.
We got a good response.
It was fun.
I did forget Twix existed, though. That was brought
I
up.
almost said Twix, but I went Kit Kat
Twix was,
instead.
Twix
Kit
was
Kat
one
was
of my
I think
honorable
it's better.
mentions.
yeah, it was because I don't want to have both. They kind of fill the same slot for me. I know they're different, but they both kind of have the cookie crunch, you know. So
Well, what kind of draft we want to do? We could do non-chocolate candy, fast food, or I think chips were the 3 ideas I threw out.
I'm good with either. You want to roll a die or something, D6, and have it?
All right.
So 1 and 6 is chips.
Okay.
2 and 4, or 2 and 5 is fast food.
Okay.
And 3 and 4 are non-chocolate candy. Fast food.
Okay.
Fast food it
roll
is.
the 2. Here we go. Now roll for initiative.
Yeah, let me find
Oh,
a
we should do
D4.
that. We should roll for initiative instead of it being determined by the D4. I got my D20, and I'm proficient in fast food, so
So you get a bonus.
Give me a +2.
All right. Roll for fast food initiative.
All right, I got a 4. I'm going last.
17.
9. So it's Tyler, me, Dave.
Well, I know the 2 restaurants I'm not getting, so let me. Thanks, Limbs die. Rolling as good as always, I see. If I hadn't spent so much fucking money on you, I wouldn't use you at all. But I did, so I guess I'm trapped.
And it's metal, so you can't even punch it in the microwave.
Oh, I can.
You'll
We
just
bought a
also
microwave just for that.
you'll just also be punishing the microwave, but that's okay.
You can get microwaves at Walmart
Microwaves
real
are
cheap.
cheap. Cheap.
Set it on a stump outside with an extension cable.
Preferably when it's raining.
Ooh.
Fire that bad boy up for about 20, 25 minutes.
Man, you just described the beginning of a Goosebumps book.
Fast food.
I feel like I have to take, because it's not everybody's favorite option. but it's consistently the cheapest. The most one comes to mind, so I'll go ahead and snatch McDonald's.
You gotta
McDonald's up.
You gotta do it. That's like a famous football player. Just
Odell Beckham.
It's like, well, I don't know, right?
Oh yeah.
Who's the most
Dan
famous?
Marino.
Yes, like Dan Marino. I don't know. I think Dan Marino's more of a Fazoli's.
Joe Montana.
I better take Fazoli's.
My turn.
Yes.
Few things have the punching power of McDonald's, but I do believe Wendy's is a close second. So I'm taking Wendy's as my first pick.
Wendy's is good.
That like spicy chicken's like $10 now for that combo.
Is it really?
The one with the hot honey on it.
Well, that one's like
It's
that
like
one's more than that.
It's like
regular.
We're talking about number
$13 for that
six?
Regular
combo.
number 6 is like $10.
Holy shit!
Yeah, the one with the hot honey and the pickle chips on it
like 12 or
is
13.
like $13 for a
Who
combo.
the fuck do they think they are?
I will go to Thai at US. Thank you.
They're so
for that.
good.
Yeah,
but
really.
They're not 13. I went to Wendy's not long ago for everyone, and everybody wanted the chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
With the hot honey and the pickles on it. Fucking came out of there for about $35, and I was just like, I told them, I'm
yeah.
like, nope, sorry, can't do that again. That's not worth $35.
No.
It is not worth it. They're good, but they're not that I could literally take $13 and go eat at Flamingo Row or Outback or something and get better
quality food.
Better quality
yeah,
food.
for sure.
And more of it.
It's tough, man, because it's like you got to up your game like Hardee's did. I remember when Hardee's they were like, yo, our food's expensive now, considerably more expensive. But look what we're doing. We got
$6 burger changed their game.
We got these thick burgers. Try these out. And I did. And I was like, oh, these are fucking good. Like,
Yeah, they upped the game and the quality.
Yeah. For a minute there, I honestly thought that they were like, I missed the Monster Burger quite a bit because that was my go-to. But hey, I feel like it wound up better. So Hardee's is my number one pick.
Nice.
I feel like Burger King might be a smarter move, but hear me out. Fucking Hardee's owns breakfast.
We're calling this
It
Hardee's.
does.
We're calling
Hardee's does.
we're calling this Hardee's / Carl's Jr.
Okay.
For our West Coast listeners.
Yes, Hardee's / Carl's Jr. I was close to taking Burger King because, but I got to stay true to me. In the morning when it's like, it's a special treat, it's a weekend, it's like, man, we're going to get some breakfast from a fast food.
Can't go
It's fucking
wrong
Hardee's.
with Hardee's breakfast.
Every fucking time.
Every breakfast sandwich they offer is delicious.
Cinnamon
And
raisin biscuit.
delicious.
and I think their burgers are still good.
Their burgers are good. I
their
had one
chicken,
tonight.
Best fast food chicken
Their
strips.
fast food chicken strips are really good.
when they're the hand breaded chicken, and they also have they entered into the chicken sandwich wars with the hand breaded chicken and the pickles and all that, and they're really fucking good sandwiches. Hardee's has good quality food, and it's expensive, but it's not as expensive as Wendy's. I mean, you can get their monster. They have the monster bacon burger, and it's like 3 patties and the buckload of bacon and everything else, and it's about $11, $12.
Really? I didn't see, man.
For this combo.
Wendy's is straight fucking up, dude. Like, if their menu is now like cost wise in line with Hardee's, they are fucking up. Real
They
bad.
are, and they fall back on that $5
like the
4 for
value,
4,
the 4 for
something like
4,
that.
5 for 5, whatever the fuck that thing is, the $5 value bag or
Yep.
whatever it is, because that food in that bag is terrible. It's just not. It's not terrible. It's just not as good as the premium stuff, obviously. And I don't go to Wendy's and be like, give me your most mediocre burger, some kind of flavorless chicken nuggets, and a tiny thing of French fries. No, I want the big burger, or I want the big chicken sandwich, and I'd rather do without than pay that much. But
I remember
Hardee's is awesome. You're right.
all of the talk about Wendy's reminded me of the time that I went through Wendy's when they changed, when Biggie size was no longer a thing. And I remember ordering something Biggie size, and the teenager working the line, had no idea what I was talking about. Like none.
Tupac killed that, sir.
West, baby. But there was like definitely this moment where it's like we had a conversation where it was like, what? And I'm looking at the menu, like I'm confused.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go home and burn CDs. What? Excuse me?
To be fair, I think I was in my 20s, you know? So it's like Biggie size has been gone for a long time.
Super size
Man.
has been gone for a lot longer than I thought.
Hey, we were in college when Super Size went away.
Yeah.
Well, I will go with my second round pick, who I think has the best marketing in the game right now. One of my favorite sort of, it's contentious. People either love it or hate it. I love it. Melissa loves it. The kids love it. It's one place we always go and everybody's happy. And like I said, the best marketing in the game. I'm gonna go Arby's number 2.
Arby's, that's a good choice.
They have the meats.
I used to be an Arby's hater, but I've seen the light since.
Depending
Arby's
on
is
where
good.
you
Horsey
go,
sauce, man.
it's awesome.
Horsey sauce is good, and it's also like
Their French dip solid.
not
French dip is what is my straight go-to. That's all I'll
That's what
get
the
there.
kids get. Yep.
If for some reason they're out of the au jus, which that does happen.
What did you call me?
Au jus. Bless you. I'll go with the giant roast beef because that's just an insane amount of meat between two pieces of bread. But that French dip, though,
Their dollar sliders are pretty solid too.
yeah.
There is it's one of my favorite places to go when I'm really watching my calories because you can just get a roast beef sandwich, like a single, and some horsey sauce, and that's not bad. Obviously, you could take the bun, but I gotta eat it as a sandwich. I don't feel like the roast beef is good enough where I just want to eat
Yeah.
the roast. You know what I mean?
Yep,
Eat
yep.
it by itself. But man, they're crinkle fries, man.
Yeah.
So
see,
thank
I was
fucking God they came out with crinkle fries
Yeah.
there because I was
Not
always
a fan of the curls.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't like curly fries
Yeah.
in any capacity. They're like my fucking F tier French fry. I hate them.
It's Hardy's weak point. To be fair, is I feel like the fry game is not good.
But I do like me a crinkle fry, as we've discussed.
Mm-hmm.
But at Arby's, the only option you had for the longest time was either curly fries or potato cakes, which is a hash brown.
Yeah.
the potato cakes were good though.
I liked them, but I prefer.
and they were triangles,
French fries.
which
They were.
reminded me of paper football, which I liked.
It's a pleasing image.
Well, now they don't have RC Cola anymore. That was also a Achilles heel they had.
didn't know they
I would
had
go
RC.
in college. I would go to Arby's, get a Big Montana, drive to McDonald's, and get fries and a soda.
Joe Montana, McDonald's.
If it works, there you go.
Remember the
Weirdly, not Arby's. It has the big.
That has the Big
Montana.
Montana. I wish I had gotten either the spicy Arby's sandwich or that venison sandwich they had for a minute.
or the
too.
tiny Utah.
The tiny Utah. The minuscule Delaware. Thank you.
the fair to
Give me a
Midland
blonde sandwich.
The fair to Midland, Colorado. I always liked that one. That was my favorite.
In Arkansas,
the Alabama sister fucker. Thank you. Only in Arby's.
sorry, that's Abilama.
Oh, Black Betty, Alabama. I'm up. And
If you don't take it, I will.
you can have it because
Whoa!
I'm going DQ. Dairy Queen.
Man, that was on my
That's a good
list.
one.
my number 2.
That was on my list
Good
too.
one.
I like their food, although it's not spectacular. It's decent food, but you got that blizzard. You got to have a blizzard from time to time.
Chicken strip
The
basket,
chicken
white
strip-
gravy.
Chicken
Right.
strip
man.
baskets are great.
Is it Texas toast in that white gravy?
I get that. I get the ones that are dipped. That are the dipped type that have the sweet honey barbecue on them.
Yeah.
Those are good. But yeah, chicken strip basket is their best meal. They've got good burgers.
I like their Firehouse burger.
It's a good burger.
Or there is a flamethrower.
Flamethrower.
Sorry.
Flamethrower.
Firehouse is a local fast food restaurant.
But it's besides the food, they've got that Blizzard power, and Blizzard's what kept Dairy Queen on the fucking map, and why they still are here because of that fucking invention. So good on them. That's my number 2 pick, Dairy Queen.
I scratched them off my list because they were on my mind, and I held my tongue when chicken strips were mentioned. and you said that Hardee's has the best chicken strips in the game, fast food game, which I do agree with, but I do think Dairy Queen has the second best.
Easily.
My only complaint about Dairy Queen is like, if I can't have Dairy Queen unless I'm prepared to have Dairy Queen, because like I know they're fast food, and I know fast food is typically not like a low calorie thing, but like fuck, dude, their food is like, it's like holy shit. Either
they have a bottle that says the word calories on it, and they just shake it on the food. I know you're not fucking wrong about that.
It's wild because it's like there are not like in most places like Arby's where it's like I can get a roast beef sandwich, bring it home, have some baked chips or something, or you know what. Dairy Queen's like, nah, man, fuck
It's a
that.
commitment.
Homie, we're not playing around. This is fast food. like, I don't know at what point you fooled yourself that you're eating healthy when you order a roast beef sandwich.
We know what you want. We know.
Right.
Come on down.
Yeah.
Get some ice cream with that.
They're leaning into it. I can respect that, but I also had to plan for it.
Well, what's your third or second pick, Dave?
I got to go BK. I got to go Burger King.
Take it because I do not like BK.
Dude,
Never have.
Burger King is the Southside Burger King. I know this applies to only the two people here in the room with me. Southside Burger King's legit, for real. It
never had a problem there.
Is legit, man. And Burger King.
In what way is this? Does it exceed the others in town?
They have never fucked my order up, ever. Nerver. They've never fucked up my order.
You got all your fixins and everything when you ordered them?
Well, I'm not one of those people.
You get it like it comes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
me-
there
me
are
too.
fixins involved, Nikki's gonna make that run. Yeah. And I'll straight. She knows this, and it's like if we're placing an order, they don't have an app, and you want something special. It's gonna work out for everybody that you go, sweetie, because I'll say it once, and I'm not gonna ask them if they got it right. I'm not gonna check the bag. I'm just like I'm the worst guy to go pick food up because I'm just like, here's your bag, sir. Great, boom, in the passenger seat. I'm driving home.
Yep.
And that's why when Wendy's fucks me over so many times, it's like, nope, because I'm not checking the fucking bag. If I check the bag, they win.
There's a certain trust
Right.
that is implicit here.
Right.
And they violate that trust.
Right.
But you can't violate that trust by looking in the bag.
Right.
You have to get all the way home.
Right. Today at Jimmy John's, the dude, I went to the drive-thru to pick up, which I don't normally do. I normally run inside to grab it. And I'm like, fuck it, man. It'd be so much faster to go through the drive-thru. Wrong. Because there was someone in front of me not knowing what they wanted to order. And it's like, I got to wait for them to order. And if I go to just park the fucking car like I normally do, get out, go in, they see me all the time. I'm like, hi. I grab the thing off. I grab my bag off the rack and I'm gone.
There's no escaping the drive-through
No.
at Jimmy John's. It's designed to trap
yeah,
you.
no, it's like
this strange curly loop thing that you cannot get out
can't get
of.
out.
It's one way. It's almost like they put spikes behind your tires.
Dude, there was a moment where I was like behind this car. It was taking forever, and I thought I'm just gonna back it up. and then I was like,
take that one.
where was that curve again? Because I mean, it is like this figure eight kind of like bullshit. And it's like, never mind. I'm just gonna sit here. But when I got to the window,
What is that diagram? That's like the curve. It's like the round. Oh God. There's a name. It's like they use it in math. Some weird curve. It's shaped like that. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm the wrong person. Yes.
It's it's not.
How many sides does it have?
No sides.
Circle.
That's the one.
Oval. But I got to the window and the guy gave me the bag. I was like, thanks. And he's like, hey, you want to check it? I'm like, okay.
Do I need to?
I mean, it's like you guys always have this. And I opened it up. I was like, 2 things are in here. Looks good to me. And he's like, okay.
I do the count thing too. I'm like, 3 fries, 3 sandwiches. Yep, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's as much as I'll do.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. Plus, I'm not breaking open
Dude,
someone else's
fuck no.
fucking
No.
sandwich to make sure the
No,
onions
no.
got left
No, no.
off because now I've exposed the sandwich to the elements,
Right.
and it's cold. And
Yeah.
it's, no,
Fuck that. And it's like, if there are more, like, really, if there are more than 3 things in the bag, I'm not even doing a count. Like, it's just like, I'm going to get home. We're going to eat what's in this bag.
I got magic food bag.
So it's like, people are either going to be happy or upset. But hey, if I have to drive back there, I'm going to be upset anyway. So let's just eat what's in the bag. So Burger King.
Burger King.
And the Burger King on South Side, that shit's always fucking hot, man. It's like I've never had, because Burger King fries, I feel like that's some bottom tier fry.
Yeah, they're not good.
Satis fries.
The saddest fries were really
Damn.
good. Them
Good.
crinkles.
Yep.
But here's what I do at Burger King is I get my burger sandwich and then I get the chicken fries. And I have a little turf and turf. That's what I like to do.
Nice.
So for my 3rd round pick, I have to go with the place that I think has the best fast food side, period, hands down. It's -- side for
Captain
me.
D's. Love that corn.
The potato ole at one
Taco John's. Yeah, I kind of figured that might be where we were going with that. Because those sides, yeah, the potato lace, it's killer.
They also have the calorie sprinkling that Dairy Queen does.
Yeah, those are wild. And it's especially when it's like, when I get them.
Small has, 700 calories?
But a small is pretty large. You know what I mean? Like, there's also that. Because, like,
Yeah.
I've made the mistake before of ordering a large potato ole, and it's like getting a bucket of popcorn at the movie theater. They, like, got to get a second guy to, like, help carry out to the car.
By the time you get to the bottom, the weight has compressed it into a hash brown.
Someone ordered the large again. Fuck!
Well, by the time it gets out to the car, the bottom of the container is so soaked with grease, it
Yep.
just falls out. I'm up.
Yep.
You're up.
Well, I'm doing this on the fly. I have no plan.
Like Indiana Jones
Yeah, just like Indiana Jones
with the bazooka.
and the bazooka. KFC. It's my number 3.
KFC.
I do love
Solid.
me some fried chicken. I could eat more of it than I should be allowed to eat in one sitting. Their mashed potatoes are amazing, even though they're not really they're not supposed to be that good, but they're good with that gravy and those biscuits. Love me some biscuits.
Their chicken pot pie is killer.
Tanya goes for the chicken pot pie every time.
Yep.
And it's big. Like, it's hard to eat an entire chicken pot pie from there in one sitting.
Challenge accepted.
I said hard, not impossible.
You sit in the drive-thru and look at them eat it.
My friend said I couldn't do this.
Ian, is that who you're talking about?
Sir, this
We've
is a
had 8
Wendy's.
people do that.
Damn it. I wanted to say it. But their extra tasty crispy is my fucking jam. But the only kind of I like the breast and I like the leg.
Yeah, buddy.
But dude,
Yeah, buddy.
I don't like the other pieces. I just like the big piece of the breast piece and the leg piece. But yeah, I could eat myself sick on Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Not so much the foot piece.
Don't like the beak.
None of us are foot people.
I don't like the bucket obeaks. I'm not a big fan of those.
Nah.
Try though they might. The deep fry just doesn't get that crunch out of those beaks.
Makes it a little too crunchy.
It's too crunchy. So KFC is my number 3 pick. Give me some of that good old KFC.
I'm going Taco Bell.
Taco Bell?
I'm going Taco Bell. I think that
Hero Taco Bell.
I think that Taco John's is better quality food, but I'm hoping that I can win through mass market.
Yeah, much bigger market.
Yeah,
Much bigger
mass market. And I honestly think that Taco Bell has I think they have a bad rep.
They
Like,
do, because a lot of their food's really good and it's affordable as fuck.
it's cheap. And it's also one of those where it's like I've never gotten diarrhea from Taco Bell, like in my life. You know what I mean? Like, like they need to do something to like stop that joke.
I'm challenging them.
Yeah, they need to be. Yeah, right. No, they need to do something like anytime someone says like Taco Bell gives them diarrhea, like someone needs
Prove it. Bring it in.
Someone needs to jump out of the bushes with a Subway sandwich.
Right.
Here, eat
Lettuce.
this. Yeah. Eat this. Try this.
Extra lettuce.
Have you tried this? Are you sure you don't mean this sandwich gave you diarrhea?
This is a bag of Subway lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise. Please, it's warm,
shake it up.
and I need you to eat it.
We need you to leave it in your car for one shift.
Go into work, come back out, and eat that on your way home.
Don't eat anything else. Make sure you drink a lot of coffee.
You can have an old bottle of water that's been in your floorboard for a week.
So I'll go with Taco Bell. The Taco Bell app rules, man, because that's when I do get funky and fresh, and I'm like, fucking throw some jalapenos on there. How else can I customize this motherfucker? Because it's like you can order the cheapest thing on the menu, which is like a cheese wrap,
And then get all the
it's like,
free shit
boom,
on
boom, 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 boom. And I know the guy putting it together is like, fuck this guy, but I also do this.
Tyler.
Back around to me. All right, so my favorite, my palate skews this way, and I could have it every day, and not get tired of it. So I'm gonna go because I love Asian food, Asian fast food. You don't see a whole lot of it, so Panda Express.
Panda Express, huh?
That was gonna be on my list. Panda Express is one of my favorite places to eat. Good, solid choice.
I think their orange chicken.
Oh
is-
my
man.
fucking God. Over their sticky white rice. They make the best rice. It's super sticky and big clumpy. You can pick it up with chopsticks easy. Love that shit. God.
Man, you just like mentioned a whole bunch of my search terms in one sentence.
Big chunky.
Clumpy, white.
Sticky. Big pieces.
Chopsticks.
Wife car.
Good pull.
Is it my turn?
Oh man,
It's
yes.
my turn.
Yeah, Ian's turn.
Well, Panda Express notwithstanding,
Do we have one of those, by the way?
we don't.
I didn't
Of
think
all
we
the
did.
restaurants we have don't have a Panda Express. I wish we would get one.
Did we
I
at
think
one point
Clarksville's
in
the
the mall?
closest one.
Okay.
There's one in Carbondale.
We
and
had
there's
a
one in
panda
Clarksville.
something. in the
Okay.
mall.
I hope it was
Yeah.
Panda something.
Panda,
Oh, that's right. Well,
panda, whatever.
I don't remember what it's called now, but you're right. It was called Panda something or
Man,
other.
God damn, let's open a restaurant called Panda something.
Just Panda.
I don't know shit about
Vaguely
food.
Asian food.
But I can make the logo and the menu. I can do all that shit.
Just called Panda with a question mark. My fourth pick is speaking of ridiculously customizable things on apps. Jimmy's John's is my number 4.
That was on my
love
honorable mention.
Okay,
Jimmy John's. You can get those sandwiches customized just as much or as little as you like.
man. So we're doing sandwich shops because that fucking changes the game.
It's a fast food place.
Is it?
It's freaky fast, Dave.
I think as long as it has a drive-through, I'd consider it fast food.
So Outback?
Outback have a designated drive-through?
Outbacks have.
Oh shit!
Outbacks have. Yeah, COVID changed the fucking game. But I guess
I mean, it's a fast food joint.
it
though.
is. But it bums me
sandwiches,
out
but
because it's like I think we could do a fun sandwich shop draft.
we still can.
yeah.
Okay.
We still can, but as far as fast food joints go, I'm going on stuff that I go to fairly regularly, minus KFC. I don't go there a lot, but
Liar! Don't lie to me.
Jimmy's John's is on my on my
I
list.
think they all count. Subway, fucking
Subway would be
Schlotzsky's, if we ever had a
considered fast
Schlotzsky's
food,
Deli, Jimmy John's, Penn Station, Jersey Mike's. I think they all count. Yeah.
All right.
You know, and I think they need to be somewhat national. I mean, I know Taco John's is not nationwide, but it covers a wide enough area.
You're not gonna like my next pick.
Do you want to do revision then? Do you want to do a revision to your list to put a sandwich place higher up and bump something down?
I mean, I might have taken Jimmy John's, but no, they're the only one I'd get. Yeah. I mean, Firehouse is good. I wouldn't put it on the list though.
Firehouse is good.
Firehouse is good, but I don't know. I mean, feels weird to me.
Yeah, I get that. I do.
It feels weird to me. Jimmy John's, I think, is much of an easier sell. Is like that's a fast food place.
Well, they've got I just think they're so much farther superior to, like Subway, for example, where
sure.
they don't overcomplicate it. Here, this is a sandwich. You can get whatever you don't want on it, and we're gonna have it ready for you in 5 minutes. You know, I can leave I will order the sandwich, and as I'm walking out to my truck, we've got your order ready.
Yeah.
It's like, yes.
Yeah, they're awesome.
But it's also delicious. Their the Hunter Club with the roast beef.
I like the Jimmy Cubano.
I think they have the best lettuce wraps, period.
Yeah.
They
Definitely.
do.
The
And
only place I love their gargantuan unwich. I think that is my favorite sandwich they have.
Right, and I love that they really upsell that. Like that is not just a footnote on the menu. That's something that they promote. And they say, hey, you don't want bread? We can hook you up.
It does
with
hurt.
Good shit.
It does hurt to pay with bread prices, though.
Yep.
That always
That
bothered
does
me
suck,
when I
yeah.
was eating them. Where it's like,
Yeah.
man, I'm paying bread prices for lettuce. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
True.
cut me give me $1 off.
Give me $1.
$1.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't
Yeah,
have to be much. Just acknowledge. Yo, we know we're just giving you lettuce. We didn't have to bake this or nothing.
and this lettuce was super fucking cheap for us. So we'll cut you in on the savings.
Pass the savings along to
Pass
you.
the savings along
Adding
to
hot
you.
peppers.
It's
I like
a
adding hot
circus
peppers
of
there.
values.
Yeah.
They used to have Sprouts. I love their Sprouts.
They've
They
got
got rid
this
of
new
those.
kickin' ranch now.
The ranch is
Holy
good.
shit.
Yeah.
It's got that nice little spice to it. I love it. I'm hungry now. Dave,
I'm hungry too.
Dave, what's your fourth pick?
Domino's.
Domino's?
Domino's Pizza.
I wasn't thinking about
They have
pizza
good sandwiches,
places.
Well, as soon as you said it, they have a drive-through. It's like, okay, pizza.
That counts,
I gotta fill that pizza slot
I think
fast.
pizza. That definitely counts.
Domino's, not the best pizza, but hey, man,
it's
I can
cheap.
get one for $7,
And it's fast, and it's not terrible.
and it's like they're filling that niche where they're like, hey, man, do you like cheap pizza but don't want to get Little Caesars? And want to spend $2 more?
I would spend $2 more and not get Little Caesars.
I would too. And I
don't care for
I don't
Little
really care for
Caesars.
Little Caesars either. It's fine for like for
a
what you
pinch.
in a pinch and for what they're charging, which ain't much. You know what I mean?
$5 for a large pizza.
That's great, but I mean, I do.
Large-ish. I think the word large is sort of fluctuates.
Yeah,
as to
it's
what that
it's a
actually
relative
means.
term,
Yeah,
right?
it's relative, but
I do think that
Large penis. Yes, it's a relative term.
I do think if Little Caesars were like, yo, these are $7 now, we'd see Domino's be like, ours are $9. Fuck, finally we can raise them. Fuck, finally we can change this special. Ours are $9.
Their Brooklyn style at Domino's is
there.
fucking
That's the
solid.
one
Yeah.
I get
I
is
like
the
that.
Brooklyn.
I like
if
the
I get
Brooklyn
a pizza
style.
from there, I get the Brooklyn style because
Brooklyn Fire Hawaiian.
yeah, I just prefer that style of crust because it's not quite thin, but it's not as bready as their original crust.
Yeah.
You get that nice, and you can fold it if
You
you're
can
into
fold
that.
it if you're into that. Yeah. They got sandwiches too. And they're not
They're good.
they're good
I think they're
sandwiches.
overpriced.
They make
but they're
really
They
good
are
sandwiches. That
overpriced.
chicken habanero is a big favorite at our
I
house.
like that one.
I'm a big fan of the Philly. They have a Philly cheesesteak version of that sandwich, which I always get that.
They got the pasta bowls.
Pasta bowls. Tanya used to
Pasta
get
bowls
the
are all right.
cheese. It's just cheese, just a bowl of cheese melted, and in bread, and you dip it. It's like a fondue.
All right.
They're getting you there. Throw some cheese in, melt that shit. $5.
The melting pot is who gets you there. Oh, cheese and bread, $100.
What is this, Benny Hanna's?
I'll never forget.
If they threw the cheese at me, I might be.
All right, Flipper, we got the ladle. Let's go.
going to the melting pot for like my bachelor party, and then getting like a meal for two, getting the full like spread. Josh going and Josh just getting like a side something. And him just when the tickets came, I looked at mine. I was like, okay. And then Josh, hey, it's your bachelor party. He traded tickets with me, and I was like, dude, look at that. You really don't have to do that. And he opened it up, and his face just fucking fell, and he just. Yeah, okay.
I'm not too proud to give this back to you.
Because it was like his was like $4 and mine was $120.
I've had paychecks smaller than this deal.
I've never been back to Melting Pot since because it's like that's fucking crazy for what it is.
Here's an idea for a restaurant, okay? You go in, you eat, and then when you're done eating, you're given a piece of paper and you write down how much you think you should pay for it.
The humble bundle
And then
of restaurants.
And then a negotiator comes out and you negotiate how much the food is going to be. And that's the whole, that's the gimmick.
There was an Armenian place downtown that probably would have done that if you'd.
There was an Armenian place downtown?
Yeah, it's
Fuck,
been
I didn't
gone for
know
a
about
while.
that.
There were numerous health code violations.
Oh,
and
good
things.
thing I didn't know about that.
Yeah. But they did have like a nice big spit of meat they would cut.
That they would spit on.
Oh, is that
would
Martin
spit
Fierro?
Yeah, Martin
Yeah.
Fierro. But it was good.
See,
It's just
I never went, but I always wanted to.
It was good, but I think they maybe didn't clean as much as probably they should.
Gotcha.
So.
Did you clean the meat hook? Nah, just throw one up there again.
Plus,
toss it in the oven.
they weren't apparently big fans of paying their rent. I knew the guy that owned. Well, we know the guy that owns the building. His name begins with a J.
Oh.
And he said they never paid their rent, so he had to evict them eventually. But yeah, now it's that sports bar, the Over Under.
Yep.
It's good.
The over-under is pretty good.
Over Under is good.
We had a leadership event there like 2 weeks ago.
Still going strong too. Gage went out there not long ago, had some dinner with somebody, and said they were busy, and I like that. It's a lower town place that's still doing business and making it happen. So I hope they're there for a while. But they won't go on our list because
Not fast food.
they're not fast food.
My number 5 is probably going to be my most controversial one, which I love it. I love it for the first. I love it while I'm eating it,
Cat and
and
D's.
immediately after. Close.
Got to be
close.
Cat and
Has to be.
Long John Silver.
That is-
Long John Silver's.
That is good. I love me some
It tastes
Long John
so good when I'm
Silvers.
sitting there eating it, but man, I feel fucking terrible. I mean, my day, rest of my day.
when
is
the food
shot.
actually gets into your belly and
Yeah.
inflates to 3 times its original
Yep.
size. Yeah. That's always a shame because it definitely doesn't taste as good 3 hours later because you can still taste it 3 hours later as it did going down. But I do love me some Long John Silver's fish. Those fish fillets are the tits.
I think they're great. And their fish tacos are great.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Not a controversial choice as far as I'm concerned.
fried fish is okay.
Yeah.
Oof, not from there.
It's okay. My number 5. Well, I'm gonna hit the. I wasn't thinking about pizza, and I do very much love me some Pizza Hut.
Oh, I thought you were going to go Papa John's.
Nope, I'm gonna go with Pizza Hut.
Okay.
I do like Papa John's. They have a great menu, a lot of good
Yeah.
food there.
Love the
Now
Papa
that
Papadilla.
John is no longer a part of it, yeah,
The Papadilla is something
They
special.
should change it to Papa Shack.
I'm with you 100%.
They really should. I mean, call it Papa Shack. And it's like, yeah.
Pizza Hut was always
Shack's
one-
house to compete with Pizza Hut.
Shack's house. Shack.
Shack.
Shack. Pizza Hut was always one of those fun places to go when I was a kid. The atmosphere was
The red
always
cups.
The red cups. We talked a lot about the old school pizza joints, back in the day. Now, Pizza Hut was never a Godfather's or a, kind of a gaming type of place. But I loved the atmosphere of the Pizza Hut. But I've always liked their food.
Yeah.
Their pizza's really good. I love the fact that they have a great big salad bar out there for that option. And it's affordable. I mean, really, you can get pretty decent pizza. It's not bad pizza. It's pretty good pizza, and it's affordable.
Yep.
So I'm
Pizza's
in.
fucked up, man, because it's like, hey, man, I want to get a pizza. Should I buy this from the grocery store for $40 or should I order one for $7?
Yep. You're right.
Well, one of these is better, and it's the $7 one because I
can
don't have
get
to
it.
make it.
Yep.
And
Well, I'll tell
someone
you-
brings it to me.
I'll tell you
I
what
get
we
DiGiorno for the same price. I can get like a large one topping. Like
It's
Papa John's
wild.
pizza.
It's
Yeah.
wild.
I'll tell you what we've been doing because I've mentioned this many times. We have pizza every week. Once a week, we have pizza. And we were going to the local place, Michael's, and we were going
Yeah.
to the Nine-Eyed
love
Lounge,
Michael's.
where
Michael's is
I wasn't getting the light bake. And we've tried it all. Pizza by the pound's too expensive. Nobody in my house really likes Domino's. Pizza Hut's kind of hit or miss for other people in my house. What we have settled on finally, and I think I may have mentioned this before, Sam's Club.
Bagel bites.
Oh, yeah.
No, you go to Sam's Club Pizza. So you go to Sam's Club and you go to the restaurant.
You don't have to have a membership to do it either.
You do not have to
Really?
be a member to get food there. Now, normally you can go in and just. So you could, like, for lunch, we used to go there for lunch and we would order a slice of pizza, which is like huge. It's the size of a piece of printer paper, and a slice of pizza and a drink is less than $3.
Holy
and
shit.
it's amazing. It's really good pizza. It's super greasy, so John Turley and I would get it. We'd have to take a bunch of napkins and sop up the grease off of the top
That's what we used to do in high school.
because damn, that's just not. But you can get whole pizzas from there,
You do
and they're
take and bake,
They're
right?
no, they cook it for you. Like the same pizzas that they serve, you can just order them in whole pizza form, and so I've started. There's 16-inch pizzas is a large. I could get 2 of those for $19.
Wow.
That is a lot of pizza, folks, for $19, and it's good pizza. So I'll go in the Sam's Club on a Saturday evening, order the 2 to go, and they'll fire them up, cut them, put them in a box, and I take it home and we eat for 2 days on those fucking things. So that doesn't really count as a fast food, but it's definitely an honorable mention for me. For anyone that has a Sam's Club where they serve pizza, there's your bargain. You get good quality for a fair price.
What do you got? They throw pepperoni on there?
Yeah,
Like, what do you
get a pepperoni, you get a cheese. Now I think they do have ones. We're just pepperoni or cheese
God,
family.
I'm fucking hungry. This is ridiculous. I didn't eat before coming up. Normally I do, but
Yeah.
like it's been a crazy fucking day.
Well, you can get the one topping. Or we get just cheese. But I think they do have like a meat pizza or a supreme. I don't know what those cost because I've not ever bought those.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're much more. But
Cool. I'll have to check this
definitely
out.
Sam's Club. And like he said, you do not have to be a member. You can walk right in, go to the deli and or not the deli, but the little restaurant thing and order your pizza.
Nice.
Walk right out with it after you pay for it, of course.
Ian said I could take this.
Oh, they'll let you. If you mention my name, nothing special. Okay. That's my number 5. Dave, you're up. Last pick.
I don't have a chicken place. So my heart tells me to go Popeyes, but I'm going Zaxby's.
Okay.
I fucking love Zaxby's, man. Like when our Zaxby's was closed for months, we were real fucking sad in my house because it was like
Why was it closed?
I don't know why it was like I don't know if it changed hands or what, but like it reopened with like new everyone. Like the whole staff was new. So
Okay.
I don't know what happened. It was also during the pandemic, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But they were closed for like months. I mean, it was like almost a year, I think they were closed. And when they reopened, it was like, fuck, yes, finally.
Nice.
They're on the other side of town.
Oh, yeah.
And we
They're
go.
as far away as you can go unless you're going to Culver's, which is farther down than that.
Yeah, just like, yeah, a
next
block
door.
away kind of deal. Yeah.
Culver's good honorable mention.
Culver's gets an honorable mention, and that should have really been on my list, but I didn't put it there. But Culver's,
I almost mentioned Culver's just because I felt like it would go over really well with the listener. But man, we literally have Zaxby's once a week. And
Really?
Yeah. And it's like when we drive that distance and it's like their fucking fries are great. They're crinkle fries that are seasoned. And I will say I do have a complaint about Zaxby's. One complaint, and that is they don't have their hottest chicken anymore. The hottest chicken they had, the first time I had it, blown away by how hot this fucking like chain restaurant chicken was. It was like, holy shit. It was like, I mean, it was like threshold where it's like, holy fuck, this is hot. And they had a lot of sauce on it too. They didn't like skimp out on the sauce. They don't have that flavor anymore. It's like the next one down, which is like not nearly as hot, but it's still good.
Yeah,
it's still good. And they give you the toast, the Texas toast with it, like Dairy Queen does. I love Zaxby's, man. It's fucking great.
I haven't been in a long time. I'll try it again. But I'm very proud that we didn't pick Chick-fil-A.
We
left it off.
I almost did. I eat Chick-fil-A.
I eat Chick-fil-A. I do.
There was a time where I didn't on principle, and then those like 10 years passed, and I was like, well, that didn't change a fucking thing. And then I also met some people who worked there who were really cool, and they were like, yeah, like everyone who works there is gay. At
Right.
At least our location. They're like, seriously, like 90% of the people working there are gay, and the manager has no idea. And it's like, that's funny to me. And I was like, would it have like
Look at those fellows being good friends over there working together.
right. So that kind of like, I don't know. That was kind of like, there's some absolution there.
Those crazy kids.
So,
If I didn't know better, I'd swear they were flirting.
but I almost did. I almost said Chick-fil-A.
I think it gets an honorable mention for me. And honestly, if I'd have thought of it, it probably would have made my
It's
list.
fucking tasty.
It's good chicken.
It's fucking tasty.
Can't
I don't
help it.
agree with.
Their politics sucks, but their chicken is really good.
It's real good.
So
And I've never had this place, and I almost put it on there because I want to so badly, is Jollibee's.
I don't know what that is.
I've been watching it. The closest one is in Chicago.
So y'all want to run up there real quick?
I'll be there in November. I'll definitely go to a Jollibee's.
Because I've heard, I posted it online that I wanted to try it, and my executive chef, his wife, she's like, I love it. We used to live next door to one. I ate every day. Jollibee's is life.
So there's more than just one. It's like there's multiple locations. Cool.
It's the cousin to Hattie B's. Is that?
yeah.
And the lesser known Barney B's.
Fazoli's. I know I joked about it earlier,
Fazoli's is a good honorable
Can do
mention.
but
It's
honorable
good.
It is a
mention.
good honorable
'cause it's
mention.
like-
There's those sandwiches that they have, the submarinos.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Breadsticks, man.
They're-
Breadsticks are amazing. Their
There's
pasta's good.
spicy baked ziti.
Yeah.
Very good.
really?
And about 500-ish calories. It's like,
Okay.
that's a good proposition, you know?
Yeah.
Breadsticks. The breadsticks are
Just the fact that they're just never ending. If you go in, just keep,
I do love
keep
Pizza
getting
Hut's breadsticks. If we're talking about breadsticks,
yeah.
though.
Pizza Hut has, out of the pizza places, Pizza Hut has the best, I
Yeah.
think.
I can say that my pick of Pizza Hut was a true legitimate pick because I actually worked for Pizza Hut and I still love it.
And
Me
I
too.
still
Me
do,
too.
and as a sponsor. That's why I mentioned Pizza Hut. Use promo code TADPOG at Pizza Hut checkout.
Probably won't help, but you're always just
You'll
give
get a
it shot.
rejection, but we like it.
With special instructions, listen to our podcast. And then huge honorable mention. I really wanted to put them number one, but I knew it wouldn't earn me any points. Just hamburgers. Love just
You
hamburgers.
can't, yeah, and that would be at the top of the list if everyone listening could experience
But
it.
nobody.
But they don't know.
There's
Yep.
literally only two, and the fact that there are two, like
That's
when the second
a
one
lot,
opened, it was
yeah.
like, wow.
Huge, and they replaced a backyard burger.
Yeah, which I mean,
I like backyard burger.
backyard burgers. There's something.
I like their black and blue.
There's
That's about
something
it.
about look, backyard burgers tasty. I haven't been since college because literally every time I'd eat backyard burger, I would get the shits. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying that,
Yeah, it never gave me a problem, but
I don't know if it was the way stuff was seasoned or something about it was like, I just had to, I loved it, but I had to stop eating it because it's like, this is going to give me the shits.
well, Backyard Burger was the only place in town that I can get a good mushroom and Swiss burger outside of Hardee's.
Yeah.
Like Hardee's mushroom and Swiss is my first choice, but then a good old Backyard Burger has those.
Owned by my CEO.
Oh yes,
Mhm.
that's right. Okay. But yeah, good stuff.
It was a good draft. I enjoyed that. That was fun.
That was fun.
Thank you,
Yes,
guys.
thank you.
Well, we're at oh boy, we're
4
at,
hours.
we're at almost an hour and a half. You guys want to take a little break before we get into fighters history?
Sure. So about that community corner that we definitely need to do.
We'll do it. We're doing it.
Maybe next time
Doing it.
you can do it without me.
All right, guys. We'll be right back.
And we're back.
Yeah.
We're back.
So you guys want to talk about fighters history?
Sure. Let's do just that.
So looking at the box art for one SNES game, Fighters History, how did it make you guys feel? Because it made me feel weird.
It is a little uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable. The composition is off. It's all like left heavy. And there's one big giant face in there, which is the big boss Karnov.
That's Karnov.
Not to be confused with Karnov.
I think it is Karnov.
No, it is Karnov.
Is it that
It's
Karnov?
It's that Karnov.
Oh, okay.
You might be confused because the Karnov on the cover of this game does not look Russian at all.
No,
in fact,
he's
he
He looks
looks
like Majin Buu from Dragon Ball Z.
he looks overtly racist Asian. Not that he is an overtly racist Asian. He's just drawn
that way. But it felt cheap. It felt knockoff-ish, and I guess that's appropriate because to me, that's kind of the way I felt about this game. We're going to get into the fact that this game was, in fact, a very blatant Street Fighter knockoff.
To the point it went to court.
Yeah, Capcom sued Data East over this.
They did not win
Yeah, Capcom lost.
that lawsuit, but it was close. Data East's argument for that was that they invented Karate Champ.
Right?
And that they set the standard for fighting games, and therefore they sort of had a license to do that sort of thing their way, however they saw fit, because we were the first to make a real, kind of the first actual fighting game, which they said was Karate Champ.
Which is, I mean,
It goes way back there, and it was a good game.
I remember playing that with my dad. I liked Karate Champ.
One of the few games I liked to play in the arcade.
Yeah.
It's on that mini arcade machine I have in there on the rack.
Cool.
So
Another argument that they made that Data East made was that all of the characters in this game use fighting styles that are found in real life. And I mean, it's like kind of, you know what I
Okay.
mean?
throwing fireballs like
Right.
you can find in real life.
But you're right. But I mean, there are like,
Tornado hands, definitely in real life.
Kung Fu and, Muay Thai. And so, I mean,
Wrestling.
right. And their argument is like, we're basing this off of real life, just like Capcom did. We're not copying Capcom. We're doing what they did and using real world martial arts.
I mean, it means nothing that we have a literal Chun-Li, Ryu, and Ken knockoff in this game. I mean, our Ryu's a girl. It's totally different.
But I'm really glad that they won.
Me too.
Because if Data East had lost, it would have set a really weird precedent for
Yeah.
games, because then all of a sudden it's like, what can you make without being sued? And it's like, I feel like,
No, we own punches. Sorry.
right,
Can't make
Yeah.
a punch game.
right. Yeah,
Mortal
you can only
Kombat.
slap.
Mortal Kombat could have not happened.
Right. Who knows?
As a result of that same kind of thing.
And
not just because it was overtly violent and ripping
Right.
spines out, but
Right.
because it was a copyright infringement.
Right, exactly. And like, so I'm really glad that they won, because it would have set this precedent where it's like clones of games wouldn't exist. And I know it's like, that I feel like would be really detrimental to like the evolution of video games.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, even when you have clones, I mean, sometimes they introduce a new element, and it's like that element influences another game, and then it's just kind of like it feels like it has to be that way in order for it to evolve.
Well, I mean, we've played so many games that were so similar to other games, but had some additional feature or element that set it apart enough to be like, hey, this is a cool feature. Everything about this game kind of sucks, except this was a neat feature. But if that comes into another development later, like you said, it can make things better to have another take on the same genre.
Right.
Like Mario 2. Like the stuff that Doki Doki Panic introduced and still held on to that series today. Like just that little bit of
with the Shy Guys and all that. That's
Luigi's
still
jumping and like tons of little stuff like that.
All that being said, I don't know that Fighter's history necessarily added anything to the genre with this game. I
agree with that.
I feel like they didn't really contribute new, but the legislation helped, like you said, it helped the potential, keeping other potential good things that could have been considered copyright infringement from not being developed. So, but this game to me was milquetoast. It was beyond, it just didn't.
The lawsuit is literally the biggest
best thing it has going for it.
It's the most important thing about this game, and most notable thing about this game is the lawsuit. It kind of eclipsed the actual game itself.
And I mean, spoilers. I didn't care for it. I didn't hate it. It was boring to me. This is not my genre, by any means. I've always loved Mortal Kombat because it's Mortal Kombat.
Because of the spectacle.
And I love Street Fighter for what it is. This is not a game I needed in my life. I just felt like it was boring, and I'll get into a lot of things, the things that I disliked about it later, obviously. But you're right. The legislation and the court thing and whatever, that's the best publicity it could have gotten, because it's not going to get it on its own merits.
And since we're talking about it, I want to say I like this game. I don't think it's a spectacular game, but I enjoyed the time that I spent with it. And it's like, it's one of those, I know we don't really do this at the end, but it's like, I mean, I'd take Street Fighter 2 over this any day of the week.
Yeah.
But, in a world where Street Fighter 2 doesn't exist, it's like,
it'll work.
This is not,
it's fine.
This is not bad.
We've played a fuck ton at this point already of Street Fighter clones.
Yeah.
I think this is the best of the Street Fighter clones.
I can
this is a really
get
good
on board
one.
with that.
This is a really good one.
Battle Blaze and
oh my god,
Battle
Blaze
all that
is
other
so
shit that we
fucking
played.
Bad. We have played a lot. That is part of it. We played a lot of bad fighting games, where it's like, it seems like no care has been put into it. This one is like,
one they did. You're right.
It's not Street Fighter 2.
No,
but I mean, like, they tried, and it's also Data East. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where it's one of those where it's like, even when I said Data East just now, I literally rolled my eyes, and not in like a shitty way, but like, it's like come on, it's Data East, it's Karnov, it's Burger Time. I mean, come on, come on, it's Data East.
They have some notable
Karnov
entries.
for Smash.
And I don't.
Let's do it.
I'm
Multiversus. I'm back in 100%. Dedicate my life.
I'm not saying that. Again, this just isn't my genre.
Sure,
but I can appreciate what it did, and I mean, it's fine. It's just fine. That's where I'm at with this game. I didn't personally care for it, but it's fine. It does a job. I like the way it looked. There's a few things about it that were great.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to change your opinion on it.
No. You're not.
I think these are all
just clarifying.
I think these are all valid. I mean, all the things you're saying, and it's like fighting games. I was gonna say, it's one of those genres really where it's like, if you're not into it, it's really gonna be hard to enjoy playing one, unless it is like Mortal Kombat, where it is like a lot of the fun of Mortal Kombat is like not technical. Like a lot of the fun of Mortal
It's
Kombat
just
is just seeing the cool shit.
And,
like,
and the same reason you watch bad horror films, because it's just there's a certain satisfaction that is inherent in those games because
Absolutely.
they've created this warm and fuzzy feeling about being with Mortal Kombat. Everybody, personally, from my generation, I know a lot of people that have really fond memories of Mortal Kombat in
totally.
the arcade or when we finally got to have it at home. And that was important because it set a fresh standard. It did the thing where it's like, okay, this is a fighting game, but we're going to add these additional elements that make it stand out and that make it, immediately legendary. And so that's Street Fighter did the same thing. I mean, I love Street Fighter for those same reasons, for different reasons, but the same sort of, theme is that it had a feeling that it was special and unique to it, where this game just kind of didn't.
Right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but my takeaway from that is that Street Fighter 2 felt like a revolutionary game.
Yep.
As did Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
Where it's just kind of like this is a new take on something that you're familiar with. Although arguably Street Fighter 2 was like a lot of people's like, whoa, fighting games, you know what I mean?
Yeah, in their introduction.
Right,
to the
their
genre.
introduction.
And
Exactly.
it's the standard bearer.
it
It said what a
definitely
fighting
did.
game is.
It really did. Everything after it is.
Yeah.
There is a mechanic there that was originally conceived of by Street Fighter.
And still does.
And it
Like
still does.
Still. And I know
Mortal Kombat 11, that is still a mechanic. The health bar and you can always
Yeah.
add on to it, but at the end of the
Dragon
day,
Ball Fighter Z
Yeah,
and shit
it's
like that.
two
Is still
fighters.
just like Marvel vs. Capcom. Like,
yeah, it's two fighters, time limit, health bar,
Yep.
go. Special moves, go. Yeah.
if this game were a movie or celebrity, what would you compare it to?
Well, I've got a couple.
Okay.
Although I did not do a Feldman this week.
Don't worry, I got you.
Good.
Me
Thank you.
too.
I wonder if it's the same thing. It
I
might
hope
be.
it is.
I bet it is.
I bet it is.
But I did do two movies. This reminds me of. The first one is Armageddon. The movie Armageddon.
I know where you're going with this. And I like it.
Because if you consider, like I do, Deep Impact, which was released first,
So deep.
to be so fucking deep.
So deep it be crying.
So impactfully deep. It was released first. I consider it to be the better movie. Then that makes Armageddon a knockoff and therefore less good.
Deep Impact is better. I agree 100%.
So
I've seen neither of these.
Okay.
They're the same movie as far. One has Bruce Willis in it.
the other has Taylor
The other has
Morgan
Tay
Freeman.
Leone and Morgan Freeman.
Do you like Taylor Leone?
And
So-
prime Taylor Leone.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty good. So Bad Boys, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So that's my first movie. My second movie is Volcano, from also 1997. For the same reason, only Dante's Peak is the original and was better in my opinion. It's just trying to follow in the footsteps of its better predecessor. That's my two movies for this week.
I followed a similar line of thought. I chose an old TADPOG staple, Sidekicks. The 1993 feature film starring Chuck Norris and Jonathan Brandis, in which they remade The Karate Kid, but with Chuck Norris and Jonathan Brandis. Much like this game did Street Fighter 2. So, yeah.
So mine was Captain Battle Legacy of War.
I haven't heard of that one.
So it is
It sounds great,
it is
though.
part of an entire genre
Really?
called the Mockbuster.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yes.
this is the Mockbuster version of Captain America: The First Avenger.
Okay.
So let me pull up a list here of mockbusters. So the Finding Nemo Christian ripoff, Finding Jesus, which is still a horrible cartoon fish.
Yeah.
That looks like some shit you'd buy at Tater Day.
Oh yeah. The Cars knockoff, A Car's Life, Sparky's Big Adventure, which looks horrific.
Wow.
The Sneakover, which is the weird ripoff of Stranger Things.
What?
Where it's very strange. I'll make this in the show notes so everybody can
They're
see.
even using the font, the typeface of
The
Stranger Things.
Sneakover.
I'm gonna have to watch the Sneakover. We need to find out where that is available to stream.
I've seen one season of Stranger Things. I think I'm going to start watching.
I'm more of a Sneakover guy.
Right, exactly. Because people at work ask me all the time, have you watched Stranger Things yet? I'll be like, yeah, I'm more of a Sneakover guy. They'll be like, what? I'll be like, Finding Jesus? That one rings.
Well, the Kung Fu Panda ripoff, Chop Kick Panda.
It's all in the mind.
And the knockoff Legend of Kung Fu Rabbit. Also exact same thing with a fat rabbit. The Incredible Hulk knockoff, The Amazing Bulk 2012.
They're not even trying.
He's purple with green shorts.
That's when you watch Mallrats in the opening credits and they do all of the characters in the movie as comic book characters. There is the Incredible Bulk, which is Ethan Suplee's character.
Nice.
There's the knockoff Ratatouille called Ratatouille.
Rat makes food.
It's 3 weird rats making food. Let's see, the Dutch ripoff of I've Shrunk the Family, or Help I've Shrunk the Family. So the Honey I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh wow.
The Shrek knockoff called
Shrunk.
Fungus the Boogeyman. Charlotte's Web, Spider's Web, A Pig's Tale.
So wait, hold
You
up.
can find a lot of the dollar store.
But wait, is Charlotte's what can?
I think that's probably.
I would think that you could just
public
make Charlotte's
domain.
way up.
Whale with all the fix.
Charlotte's way up.
Charlotte's Web with all the fix.
Or the
Some pig.
on my dick.
Or the anime version, Charlotte's Weeb. You could probably make that.
Charlotte's Weeb.
Oh, we have got to commission Charlotte's Weave. That needs to happen.
I guarantee you that exists in
gotta be a
some
thing
form.
already.
I'm not the first person in the world to come up with that.
But like Wizard of Oz is public domain. You can make movies. I think you can make a movie
That's
out of
wild.
that because unless I know Warner Brothers owns it,
I bet it's one of those things.
but I think it's like
I bet it's one of those things where it's like as long as it's like based on the book and like doesn't contain like things that they made special for the movie, you know what I mean?
like special characters. Special characters.
It's 9 and I'm hungry.
There's a Thor knockoff called Almighty Thor, starring Kevin Nash, who you might remember as Super Shredder, if not from NWO
He's a
Wrestling.
wrestling guy, yeah.
Also, Thor is it's Norse mythology.
Right.
You can't copyright it,
Right.
but you can't.
But he can't look like Marvel Thor.
You can't look like the Marvel Thor.
And then, of course, here's the cover for Captain Battle: Legacy of War. There's a man
He's
with a
wearing
red
an
skull.
eye patch?
He's got an eye. There's a red skull. Look, it's brown recluse. Back there. Only she's white. She's definitely not brown, but I get they can't call her Black Widow.
That looks like a porn.
It really does.
It does look like a porn knockoff.
Red Rocket.
Fast and the Furious, called the Fast and the Fierce.
You're gonna get this stone.
There's the sequel to Fast and the Furious to Fast and the Fierce, and the sequel to Fast and the Fierce, Fast and Fierce Death Race, starring DMX.
Oh, okay.
All right. R.I.P.
That does infringe on the Death Race movie.
Guess what? Metal Man's a ripoff of.
Iron Giant.
Johnny Five.
Yeah, yes.
Short Circuit.
Shark's Tale ripoff called Shark Bait. B movie called Plan B. And of course, Little B, another ripoff.
With the guy who played Banna. Voices the bee.
Yes. The Godzilla knocked off Croczilla. So a giant crocodile.
I've probably seen Croczilla.
The Japanese knockoff of It called That. So the kid with the red balloon.
That is awesome.
What would Guardians of the Universe knocked off be? Guardians of the Universe.
Well, you said Guardians.
Did I
of the
say Universe? Fuck. Galaxy. Universe. Fuck. I ruined
See,
that one.
The Guardians of the Universe cover way more territory than the Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's true. I'm more of a solar system guy. I like to keep it small.
Yeah.
So this is not a porn. It is a ripoff about a dog called Bone Alone.
I thought it was going to be like Clawford. The big purple dog.
Air Bob.
So Disney knockoff Simba and the King Lion, the final battle.
Lion King's kind of a ripoff.
It is. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's
Okay.
that's what Captain Battle, which was my favorite one.
I'm trying to think of the anime. I think it was like Simba the White Lion or something
I
like
think
that.
you're right. Yeah, it's like really old.
I remember being like confused as a kid because like I had seen at some point those like universes had crossed or something, and I remember being like, as an adult now, I understand what knockoffs are,
Right.
but like there was definitely a window when I was a child where it was just like, what? How can these two things exist together?
What's your Polly Shore entry, Dave?
We should change it to Pauly Shore because I'm starting to get depressed doing the Corey
Oh,
Feldman.
Corey. Why did I say Polly Shore?
Because it's meant to be.
Because he should have been Indiana Jones.
I
would've
don't
watched
even know
that.
where that came from. That just appeared into my
Well,
head, and I said Polly
Pauly
Shore
now.
Let's switch to Pauly Shore starting next episode.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
Corey Feldman's really honestly.
That well is pretty dry.
Not only is it dry, I'm starting to feel like a bully
Yeah.
because it's like
Especially after I am too. Especially after last week when I went off on his little love letter song to his
hey,
wife.
look, it's awful.
It's
like
terrible,
look, it's
but
awful.
He loves his wife.
He loves his wife.
Nice.
So Corey, I love you. But we're done making fun of you after today, I think.
He does love his wife, which ties into my how is this game like Corey Feldman? There was a show that I never watched, so you guys can tell me if it's real or not, called The Two Coreys.
Yeah.
It's a reality show.
Yeah, I remember that.
In which
I didn't watch it either, but I remember it being on.
I guess they lived together or something. I don't know. But because I didn't watch it. But I saw a clip where the two Coreys fought. There was a physical altercation, I suppose you could call it
Show
that.
notes, we'll find it.
It was more, it's definitely on YouTube. That's where I just saw it. Shirts are grabbed with two hand shirt
Oh,
grabs.
shit.
And there's a point where Corey Haim says, speaking about Corey Feldman's wife, are you always going to back her? And Corey Feldman says, yes, she's my wife. And
Yeah.
I'm not that guy. I'm like, well, if she's wrong, then I'm going to let her know that she's wrong. But if she's right, then yeah, she's right. I'm not going to be like, yeah, I'm always going to back her. It's like, she's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
But if she's wrong, I'll be like, look, you're wrong. I'm sorry.
I get it.
We'll work this out later. But Corey Haim's
Hey,
right.
back off. I got my wife's back. Honey, you do know you were wrong, though, right?
So yeah.
Support her publicly, and then
No, I wouldn't. No, absolutely not. I don't. That's not how I roll. And I wouldn't want her to be like, yeah, you're right if I'm wrong.
Right,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
no.
I'd rather her be like, stop, please. You're
enough.
Stop. You're no.
Say no more. We'll
Right.
talk later.
That's nice. A shh is nice. Yeah. But like in this clip, like she is definitely egging this on. And I don't know how much of this is scripted, but at one point she says something along the lines of just because you haven't found happiness. And it's like,
Ew, gross.
and so, yeah, it's like one of those. And it's like, so at that point, Corey Haim's like, are you really going to back? And Corey Feldman's like, yeah, she's my wife. And I'm like, yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that is not.
You'll be
appropriate.
dead in a few years, Corey Haim. Just you watch.
Yeah. So I'm picking that. I thought that's what you were going with
Too
too.
soon.
No, I went back to my well for The Zombie King, which is Corey Feldman's knockoff of Shaun of the Dead.
Nice.
Like blatant ripoff of Shaun of the Dead.
Okay. Good deal.
I hope everybody enjoyed our last how is this game like Corey Feldman? And look forward to how is this game Pauly Shore?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be less to pull from for Pauly Shore, right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
That can't last long. I do not want to milk that one as long as we milked the Corey
There
Feldman
were
thing.
a lot of episodes of MTV Spring Break.
Okay, how is this like Pauly Shore? It's like every episode of MTV Spring Break.
I've heard he's
Episode 3, season 4.
I've heard his stand up is funny.
He's a funny guy.
I've never
Yeah.
seen it, but I've heard that like legit his stand up is funny.
He kind of had a good start. He like literally lived in the improv. That was like where he spent.
Is his family owned part
His
of it?
family owned it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
He
that.
grew up like being in the club from childhood. He was just always around.
And I've heard interviews with him that are like, he just seems to be like this really cool guy.
He does.
And it's like when people talk about like his success in the 90s, he's just kind of like, yeah, well, that didn't work. You know, I mean, yeah, that didn't like work out. But I mean, like, I don't know, man. He just seems, every interview I've heard him in, it's been like, all right, he does seem like a down to earth
genuine
guy,
dude.
like a
Yeah,
genuine
I've
dude.
heard
Yeah.
that too, actually.
I mean, you can mock him, but the Pauly Shore type is iconic. It's its own archetype now.
Yeah.
Like that he's set up. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
he-
something to be said for that.
That's true.
Arguably did create the Pauly Shore character.
He's in the juice. Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Yep.
And look, man, like as much as like I can make fun of that now, I ate that shit up when it was new. Like, I mean, it was like
Fucking Biodo.
it was the right age.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I was at the right age for that. Like, I mean, it was just like, no, more, please. You can play the same as that character? Great. That's what I want.
Want more of this. They knew that. They knew that's what we wanted.
It was like sitcom the movie.
Yes. We need sitcom, the
The movie. Where it's like, all right, you can play pretty much the same guy, different name, different situation. Okay. And it's like, great. That's what I want.
Well, we want to say 3 good things about fighters' history.
Yeah, sure. I've got a few very brief good things. First good thing is it was like Street Fighter.
Yeah, I think my best knockoff also falls under that category.
It came close. It definitely did. I thought the backgrounds were good in this
Yeah, dude.
game. I think these were like really good backgrounds that just didn't make the cut in Street Fighter to me. You know,
Yeah.
I like the way they were designed. The ballroom one was really cool,
Yeah.
and just generally they were very bright, colorful, lots of action happening in the background just to keep.
There's a real funny one. I thought it was real funny. You fight in front of the Capitol building.
Yeah,
Yes.
because like, is this? Where is he supposed to be here? Yeah,
Well, at least he's on this side of the fence, right? And they're not on the ground.
Secret Service can't do shit about it. Other side of the fence.
This is public property. I can fight here if I want to.
And I loved it because it's like,
This was Matlock.
Where are we gonna
right?
fight? Pennsylvania
No.
Avenue.
this was Matlock was in London in front
Ray?
of like the bookstore. It was Ray because Ray is
Yes.
the Yankee.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's like
They even say so when you beat him.
they sure do. And what I loved about it is like this is like quintessential knockoff territory because the American in Street Fighter is Guile, and it's like what you learn in design class is like you take your first good idea and then you make it better. You try to like build off of that. You don't want to go with your first idea because it hasn't been developed yet. It's a good idea, but like develop it. And if it winds up, you come back to the idea, fine. But explore.
At least you took the
You
road away from
you did
it
your due
just to see what
diligence,
needed to be
and
done.
right? You take a few steps away, try different things. I feel like Street Fighter 2 did that because Guile's stage is like a U.S. Air Force.
It's an Air Force base.
It's a base.
Yeah.
You're on top. The set of Top Gun, really.
Which is kind of like a step away, but it felt like Data East was just like America, Capitol building. Run with it. Like, I mean,
Can it be on a hot dog? No.
right?
This isn't Clay Fighter. All right.
Don't worry, we'll give you a weird stage later. But
Statue
not,
of Liberty, Turtles did it. Okay, Capitol Building.
Mount Rushmore? No, it's too hard to get all the faces right. Just do the Capitol building.
It is, as I learned from Carmen Sandiego.
And my third good thing was I liked that the special moves were listed in the instruction manual.
Yeah.
They tell you how to do the special moves in the book,
They do.
which is cool.
It is nice.
Because you don't have to look that shit up or call 1-800-Nintendo hotline or whatever. Just no reading of magazines to figure out the book. They're right there for you. We're not going to make it hard. Here's your moves.
That's true.
I-
Go.
Go ahead. I was just saying, like, piggyback on that, your backgrounds and stuff. Like, I didn't think the game looked bad at all.
Yeah.
We played knockoffs that look way worse.
Way worse.
it was fine.
And I love how you said it's just like not quite Street Fighter, which it's not. It like you can tell like the graphics are just not quite there, but they're like
Super close.
They're almost there.
They're not Coke. They're not RC either. This is like Pepsi. This is Pepsi if I'm looking at soda in general.
Ooh, that's another draft.
Oh, the soda.
Sodas?
Oh, yeah.
Those are a
I like
good
the
one.
soda draft.
Soda jerks.
Soda jerks.
Yeah.
There something I thought was good. At least I put it on the good things list. They tried something new in this game called the weak spot system.
That's my other point. Yep.
Yeah.
It's in practice not super great, and by I mean that if I do it, it's usually by accident.
Yep.
So
Yep.
for clarification, every fighter has a weak spot, and once that weak spot is exploited, it starts to glow.
Karnov's is his hat.
And it's his
It's
hat.
really funny when he wins and his hat is and he's posing in front of the camera and his hat is just flashing
Yeah.
like a Konami boss.
Yeah, but once that starts to flash, you can exploit that weak point and take the fighter down faster.
Yeah, it's so like when you it's usually a piece of armor like Karnov's hat, and once it flashes and you break it, they get stunned, and you can do whatever you want to them. And once it's broken, their defense is lowered through the rest of the match. Mm-hmm. So that's neat. I could never really exploit it, but also I feel like if I played this game a whole bunch, that maybe I could. And
higher difficulties might be pretty
right
hard to do.
Right.
Yeah.
I felt like it was difficult to do, except for like some where it's like the wrestler. Like his armor
Italian
is like,
Zangief.
yes.
Pasta Zeef.
He's got like these fucking like anklets, and like those are the weak points. So it's like, okay, I just sweep this dude a whole bunch.
Yeah.
He's got Lee's leg weights on. Okay.
Right. But it's tough when it's like chest armor because it's like
Fei Lin. It's
Fei
her
Lin's.
dress, the top of her dress.
her sharp blazer.
Yeah, between the bottom of her neck
Her
and the top
Hillary
of her
suit.
chest,
Yes.
it glows, and that's her weak spot.
Right. So I think I put that as a good thing because I think it's nice that it's like, this isn't just a Street Fighter 2 ripoff.
They added a little something.
They
a little-
did.
Mm-hmm.
They added a little something.
Okay, put a little paprika in there.
They did.
Now to the bad.
Oh, I got more good.
More good. Sorry.
Karnov is in it.
Yeah.
Always a good thing.
I had no idea, and when I got to him, I was like, "Oh shit, it's Karnov."
Karnov is in it.
Canada.
And I was also like,
Think about
holy
it.
shit, Karnov is tiny.
He was.
I'm playing
So
as Pei Lin.
she's
On job.
I know. I'm
He's
playing,
a good fucking head and a half shorter than Fei Lin.
and I'm playing as Fei Lin, and it's like the manual says she's 5'4", I think.
That makes him 5 foot.
Yeah.
Easily. If not shorter.
And it's like, I don't know. I guess I always filled in the blanks playing like the NES game where it's like, oh, well, they just chibi'd him because it's an NES game.
Chibi Karnov.
Chibi Karnov.
Band name.
Does Karnov have a Funko Pop?
Oh my god, I wish.
Probably.
I hope so. And then also as a good thing, There's a survival mode in this game, which I think is really neat because you can choose 5 characters, and then your opponent chooses 5 characters, or the computer chooses 5 characters, and then you face off. And as one of your characters dies, the second character fills in. I think that's neat, and I know that some Street Fighter games did that, but I don't recall that being in like the original Street Fighter 2 on home consoles.
No Karnoff.
That is a cool feature.
Damn, no.
He had a Tiger Electronics though.
Oh,
I didn't
shit!
know that.
I didn't know that either. And then I've got another good thing, and that is the unlimited continues, and that's
that
just
is,
coming
yeah.
off of the tail end of Crash Test, or I'm sorry, Incredible Crash Dummies.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, fuck, man, just give me goddamn continues.
Please don't make me start over. Yeah. Those are good things.
Are the bad things?
I felt like it was kind of clunky and hard to play at times. Again,
movement just
the
felt
movement was
jilted a little bit.
It was there weren't enough frames.
Not a
And
lot
I
of
think
frames of animation,
That was where Street Fighter was set apart, in my opinion,
I agree.
as one of the things that always appealed to me the most about Street Fighter was how fucking smooth it was.
It's smooth.
And this game is not.
This game is not.
Chunky with the jump. When you jump, you're like up at the top of the fucking screen.
You jump
the
really
jump
high.
is too high. You know, and the movement in general was just not a good thing for me. I thought my second thing was I thought it was too easy on the easier modes and too hard on the hard modes. There was very little in between for me.
I have the difficulty on my list as well, because I played on medium because I'm like, I've played a lot of Street Fighter. I'm not like great at Street Fighter, but I played enough Street Fighter where I feel like I can go in medium. And here's the reason. Here's the real reason I did it. I had read beforehand that you don't get the story
don't get the
ending
endings.
unless you play on medium.
I hate that.
I know.
Yeah.
We've
I know.
always hated that. Yeah.
Because it's like, especially in a fighting game, where especially playing this, I just wanted to see all the endings. You know what I mean? So it would have been really nice to just throw it on very easy, blow through it, and see all these ridiculous endings for all these characters. But yeah, man, I played on medium, and it felt like, holy shit, they're like blocking everything, and it's like I really have to try.
So there was one of the things about the difficulty level that was kind of unique is that it goes from like very easy to easy to medium to hard to very hard to hardest. I mean, there was like a lot of difficulty levels. On the first 2 levels, I literally beat the game using forward punch and throw, just spamming on every fighter. I just held forward and spammed mid punch.
Really?
And beat literally the entire roster of fighters, including Karnov.
Yeah.
The Jester fight, the Joker.
Clown.
The clown.
God damn it.
Who's like
Clown.
who's like
That's what it says in the man.
I am isolating that sound. It is now my
Barry Burton.
text tone.
That's what it says.
He's like 8 feet tall or whatever. You know, he's like super tall. I beat him in 10 seconds with that punch. He was not even trying to defend. So I would punch. Eventually a throw would take place, and that's it. From soup to nuts, I beat that game using 1 move on the bottom 2 difficulty levels. That is unacceptable.
Yeah.
But also makes sense that you don't get the ending for doing that because it's just too fucking easy. At the end of the easy level, when you beat it, it says you're getting better, and that's it.
I'm glad that you mentioned the difficulty too, because this is on my list where it's like, when playing on medium, I felt like I struggled, man. I struggled to get through because you have to fight the full roster before you fight the bosses. And it took,
I Street Fighter.
yes. And it took
2
me.
bosses, Clown
and Karnov. I like it when you say it.
Say it.
So what I thought was shitty about it was like the roster I struggled with, man. And then I got the clown and it was just like, okay, he's done. And then I got the Karnov and I beat Karnov, the final boss of this game, on the first try.
He was easy.
And it was like,
He's just a little guy. Give him a break.
with a flashing hat.
That's sizeism.
But like, it.
From the box art, he can't even see.
I know. But like, here was my takeaway from it. Oh, you really developed the roster, and then you were like, shit, we need bosses. And then you put the bosses in the game, and you were like, well, no one's gonna play as these characters, so we don't really have to like
have to flesh them
figure
out at
out
all,
like how they're powerful and like exploit that. So that's
Mr. E says Karnov has to be in it. He's already planning the sequel, Karnov's Revenge.
right. Yeah, we need to talk about that. There was a sequel to the game in arcades, Karnov's Revenge. And then the Super Famicom got a third game where they expanded upon the Ryu, Ryu's
Ryu.
Ryu. They expanded on his story.
My third bad thing was the endings. I didn't beat this game to see all the endings. I just watched them on YouTube. The endings were so bad. They were so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Some of them were like one frame of a picture, and then some of them were like Fei Lin's the one I actually played with because I was always the big Chun-Li guy. And of course I'm going to play Fei Lin.
I played as her too.
Fei Lin is the fucking Chun-Li clone of this game.
Samche for life.
Samche. Yeah.
But
Just because whenever I was pressing the game, he's already in the middle. You already pre-select him.
Samche.
My guy.
He was. When I fought against him, he was a fucking
formidable.
badass.
Because he's
man.
he's the Sagat clone.
He's Sagat. Yeah, Sagat meets Dalsim. They
yeah,
kinda,
I
like,
thought he
put
was
them
more
together.
like Dalsim is where I.
He's just not stretchy, but
He looks like he's gonna be stretchy though.
I know.
Like I
you
fully
ever meet a guy like
expected
that? Like you look
That
like you're
dude's gonna be
stretchy.
You look like you're
stretchy.
probably pretty stretchy, huh, buddy?
And then I think that's when Data East was like, no, they'll win the lawsuit if we make him stretchy.
We can wrap his wrists, we can wrap his ankles, all that.
Yeah.
Just no
Just no
stretching.
stretching.
There's a post-it, like a big sign on the fucking dev's wall. Do it for her and no stretching.
Daryl, I told you to make him not stretchy. Reprogram it.
The endings were so bad. Like Fei Lin's ending, so she's an opera singer, or actress, opera singer / actress.
It's weird, right?
And so after she wins, it shows a picture of her sitting in like a bikini. And this dude's running up with a phone saying, "Hey, I've got a call here, apparently from it's about work."
Right.
Like, in other words, someone's calling to hire you for an acting or a singing job or something.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like,
Or a fighting tournament.
I don't have time for that now that I'm the best. And that's it. It just ends.
Yeah. What's funny is I do want to see all of them. Because like I saw that one and I was like, what are the others like?
Matlock was the guitar guy, the rocker.
Yeah.
The punk rocker.
We need to stress that his name is Matlock.
I don't even know where they come up with that.
How do
What's a very badass American name? Matlock.
Matrock. His ending is
Very badass American Andy Griffith.
his ending is now that he's won the tournament, he can afford to buy this guitar that he always wanted. And then it magically appears in the air in front of him and he buys it and he says, "I'm going to shred as hard at this as I did in this fighting," or something. It's just
I hope it was verbatim that. Verbatim.
I don't remember.
I'm gonna shred this like in the fighting. Data East.
They're probably the guys that made this game are now listening to this podcast going, "Shit, man, we could have said that. We should have said
Should have
that.
done that.
That's funny." What he did, but all of the endings of this game were that fucking bad.
So
All of them.
I've got a related bad thing.
Okay.
It kind of bookends that. I was disappointed that we didn't get any front-loaded story. Because, like...
Exactly.
Because, like...
Did Karnoff put the tournament together? Did he?
It's
the book,
it's
the
in the
instruction
instruction
book
manual,
tells you the
but-
whole fucking story.
Is he a god where people were making fun of him? So he was like, "Fine, we're gonna fucking fight this."
Well, it's unknown. All of his stats are unknown.
Well, and they
except
also-
that he's Russian. They include that, like
Right.
nationality Russian, and everything else like height, weight, unknown.
Blood type unknown.
He's Putin.
He's sensitive about his height. We don't talk about Karnov's height.
He
Don't talk about Karnov.
they build it up almost like the Mortal Kombat tournament, where this is a secret tournament of all these elite fighters, and you've been invited to.
Kumite.
Something.
The Karnov Kumite, the KK.
But I don't
But
know.
you don't really. You're right. You don't really in the game. You don't get a picture of what these people are about.
Right. And their character designs don't really tell you that either. Nope. They mainly just tell you this is Chun-Li, but like slightly so.
She holds her hands like this.
Right. But she's absolutely the best in the game.
Yeah.
She's like bar none, because it's like
easily.
She has, not only does she have projectiles, but she has air projectiles. Mm-hmm. So like Akuma style, where it's like Akuma style, where it's just like, all right, man, I'm gonna play this game where I just throw fucking projectiles at you, and if you move forward, I'm gonna jump up and throw one down at you.
And then she also has the legs, the big sweeping leg kick, which is super powerful.
And she's fast.
Yeah.
Something else I liked about this game was that you can change the speed of the game too, and I thought that was nice. Little Street Fighter 2 Turbo
they learned.
style.
Yep. Yeah. I think the characters were overall just pretty uninspired. Like, we do something different, then make some interesting characters at the very least. Take the core mechanic, but build something interesting. I feel like that was the biggest missed opportunity.
You didn't like Lee, Tyler, the Chinese kung fu expert, Lee. What more do you do? Lee.
You just made me think about Jacob's game, his D&D game a long time ago that McEwen was playing in. He was playing a cleric, and Jacob had some NPC talking to him. It's like, so what do you do? What are your hobbies? What do you like? I read obscure religious texts. Is that what? That's it? Yeah.
I thought
I'm looking for him.
I thought you were going to talk about his character Phallus.
Oh. Forgot about phallic.
Oh, man.
It sounds like phallus at speed. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. That's not what it's for. God damn it. I forgot about that.
You don't like Ryoko, the Japanese judo student?
Oh.
Pretty creative. She wears a gi. Yeah. Jean-Pierre?
He has a rose in his mouth.
He does. They took Guile and mashed him up with
Vega. Yeah.
To give you the French gymnast / florist, Jean-Pierre.
But the gay one is clown, and they cut that from all the American release data.
What?
So in like the Japanese version, it's noted that he has a preference for men.
Does it really? That's wild.
Yep.
Not that he did, but because obviously he did.
But America's like, oh, no. We won't have a gay clown over here. No.
Our clowns are straight.
Our clowns are straight and scary, all right?
Our clowns fucking love pussy.
Like that. You know, the hit Japanese film, That. With the clown Nickel Dumb? I'm so sorry.
That's as close as I've come to vomiting in a long time. I felt it coming out. I was laughing. Oh, you just got me at that exact moment. Oh, fuck.
Oh, man. Oh, so another thing about clown. Did you notice?
I'm Sorry.
No, I love
Give me a
this.
second. That tickled me funny bone. Okay.
Another thing about Cloud, like, did you notice that when you fight him, like when you're going into the match to fight him, he's got this like mask on that's like this suggester mask that kind of looks like he's a Venom symbiote kind of sort of.
Yeah.
And then when you beat him, he looks like John Wayne Gacy with a tiny surrender flag. Like he just totally changes.
He looks like John
you
Wayne
bust his
Gacy.
corset, he's John Wayne.
He looks like John Wayne Gacy is having an allergic reaction to something. He ate some
man.
peanuts and shouldn't have.
Oh man, John had some shellfish. That's not good for him.
Oh God.
Any more bad things?
That's about it. Where did it lose you?
Immediately. I just knew what I already knew what it was, and unfortunately I had low expectations. If I had never ever heard of or played a Street Fighter game ever, and you mentioned this earlier, Dave, in a world where Street Fighter doesn't exist, maybe this would have been fine for me, but it just immediately sort of didn't work because I knew what they were trying to do, and it just fell flat for me right away.
It's also one of those things where it's like what I said earlier about in a world where Street Fighter doesn't exist. It's kind of dumb because it's like in a world where Street Fighter doesn't exist, Fighter's history doesn't exist.
Yes, exactly.
So, but yeah.
So the frame rate and the clunkiness immediately it felt cheap.
Nope,
Like
it
immediately.
totally does.
Yep.
It feels like a budget game.
It does.
And
They trucked this one right out.
that's kind of Data East's jam. I feel like them and Jalico.
Yep. Which would explain why it's on the Switch Online Super Nintendo library. This goes in that same vein of, we're just going to put some stuff out there that we can.
Yeah.
Because we can.
Yeah.
Either they own it or it was super cheap to license.
But for the record, this game didn't lose me. I would totally play through this game as all of the fighters, and I did. I tried all of them out, and then just the one who clicked was Fei Ling, and that's who I finished the game with. And then I was like, okay, I put my time in. I can talk about this game, but I'd go back, and I'd try to play through it with all the characters. But I also like playing fighting games single player.
Me too.
I also like that. So, and it wasn't like Battle Blaze where it's just like, fuck, I never want to play this again. Like even just thinking about Battle Blaze is
What
like,
was the post-apocalyptic one we played?
Doomsday Warriors.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah. With that one, yeah. Never want to play that one again either. I'm trying to think of, oh God, there's so many.
I think this is better than Shaq Fu.
I think this is better than Shaq Fu. I think this is better than perhaps I was going to say the worst, but I do think Battle Blaze is probably my least favorite. Balls 3D, horrible.
Oh.
Horrible game.
This is way better than Balls 3D. I forgot about that. Damn.
Better than Clay Fighter?
Yes. Not as entertaining as Clay Fighter. Clay Fighter's rough for me because it's like I hate how Clay Fighter plays, and it's
But
like
it's fun to watch.
talk about
Yeah.
choppy.
Yeah.
Clay Fighter's
Yeah.
choppy,
They had big designs for that, and it just it didn't play out.
right? But I mean, it's novel, and it's like it's a spectacle, and that part is fun. I just feel like that car runs out of gas fast for me, and
Yeah.
it didn't back in the day. Like I could have played Clay Fighter for a full summer, and just seeing the same shit over and over still would have been funny. But like now it's kind of like, all right, I saw it once.
Yeah.
Buy, rent, or birthday?
For me, it's a rental. And if I had gotten it for my birthday, fine. That's fine. I would have played it.
I put it in the birthday category as well. I would have mad if I would have bought it. But if I had gotten this for my birthday, it would have been a nice change of pace sometimes.
Another title
with a friend.
to throw in the mix, yeah. And you can play with a friend. You can play 2-player. So Yeah.
It's a buy for me with a footnote. A couple notes. If I already own Street Fighter 2 and some form of Street Fighter 2, I already have to own it. And I already have to have owned it for 2 to 3 years. And if I could buy this at a discount, I would buy this. But it's like there's a lot of stipulations there, right? So maybe that's more in the birthday category. But I wanted to look this up, but I didn't because I'm a bad podcaster. But I wanted to know how much this game was when it came out, and I wanted to compare it to how much Street Fighter 2 was when it came out, and see if this truly was a budget game or if it was, priced
Like
the
premium,
same.
premium price.
Right, exactly. So, because that would have made a difference,
for
like
sure.
if this were a cheaper game, then yeah, that would totally influence my decision.
And it's still not the worst one you could buy out of all the knockoffs or clones or fighting games that we've seen that sucked. This would be fine. Again, that's just sort of my baseline. That's where I put it. When we're talking about the top or bottom 100 here, it's right in the middle for me. It's fine. It's okay.
It's in the middle for me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the middle.
Yep, I agree. What about what Flopsy gave it?
What do you guys think? I haven't looked yet. My personal opinion is that Flopsy probably wasn't kind to this game.
I think it's going to have 3 stars and be uncommon.
They are pretty generous, though. I could see 3. I'm going to go 2.5, though.
I'll go the other way and say 3.5.
3.5?
3.5, and then I've never seen this game.
I haven't
ever,
either.
So I'll say uncommon.
And I had only heard of it because of the lawsuit,
Yeah.
so I'll go uncommon, too. I should have had this already, but I didn't because I wanted to play. But according to the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library 1991 through 1998 by Pat Contry, courtesy of Monster Mold Mike and a mysterious benefactor. Now I'll just flip here and find it. This is Izzy's quest for the Olympic rings, right?
I don't even know what that game is. Shit.
God.
I feel like they tell you everything in the title.
Not listed.
There's the humans.
I haven't heard of that either.
I played that on DOS back in the day.
I've heard of it.
I could tell you, boy, I don't think that's going to play well on the Super Nintendo. I'm just going to take my time.
That's okay.
We need page-turning music.
I hope the mics are picking that up. God, I thought we were going to be right there. Oh, it's right there. I bookmarked it, apparently.
Why is this piece of paper inserted in the specific spot in the... That's weird.
Thank you, Past Dave.
Yeah, past Dave was trying to do future Dave a favor, and present Dave fucked it up real bad. Fighter's history, 3 stars, uncommon.
Nailed it in
Got it.
one.
Reflections from DA. One could easily dismiss Fighter's history as being a shameless Street Fighter 2 knockoff,
Uh-huh.
for that's what it is.
I thought there was going to be a butt in there.
Okay. That's a good one.
Excellent.
I appreciate that ass.
It's got Karnov in it, though.
Does have Karnov?
Karnov.
You guys got any achievements?
I have a few.
What you got?
My first achievement is put a little effort in it next time. I won't let a sweaty old man like you beat me. I thought you were a challenge. Not. I can read your moves like a script, wimp. What do you call that, kung fool? Don't quit your day job. I don't have time for this now that I'm the best. And to get... Put a little effort into it next time. I won't let a sweaty old man like you beat me. I thought you were a challenge. Not. I can read your moves like a script, wimp. What do you call that? Kung fool. Don't quit your day job. I don't have time for this now that I'm the best. You beat the entire game using Fei Lim and spamming the mid-punch and throw button like I did. Those are all the things she says to the fighters she beats throughout the course of the game.
Speaking of things that she says, Not. I know you were talking about the end of a match, but during the match when she throws a fireball.
What's she saying?
Nobody does. When I was playing it, I was like, "What did she say? Car don't stop."
Sure.
And like I'm throwing fireballs all the time, so like it got to a point where it's like my brain,
You're hearing.
my brain eventually was like, "Dude, we got to figure this out. It's car don't stop." And
I'm gonna give Lim a hammer, a magic hammer called "Car Don't Stop."
so I got done playing and I came to bed and I was playing on the TV with the door open in the office and all that. And I came to bed and she was like, "How was the game?" And I was like, I liked it. And then she was like, "Was that girl saying Donald Duck?" And I was like, "No, she's saying car don't stop."
It's a BuzzFeed personality test. Whatever
Right?
you hear her say.
My next achievement is lion uppercut. And to get lion uppercut, beat the game as Sam Che.
Nice.
The Dalsum /
Sagat.
knockoff.
I do believe, I'm not sure. I'm looking this up rapidly now to confirm. I believe there is a special move in this game called Tiger Bazooka. I'm not joking.
It's a band name.
Tiger Bazooka.
And my last one is I need a lift to the retirement castle. I'm missing Matlock. Matlock!
Damn you. Mark one off.
To beat beat the game with Matlock.
Very nice. I've got a couple. First one I've got is I can't fight this Phelan anymore. In order to unlock, I can't fight this Phelan anymore. Have the timer run out during a match against Phelan.
That music starts picking up and going. Excuse me. That music starts picking up and going real fast towards the end.
I know,
of the
it really-
match when the timer's about to run. out.
Yeah, it's
And you-
provocative. It gets the people
It's
going.
It's like I gotta hurry.
It really, I mean, there was honestly a point when I was playing the game where I was like, I should mute this. I should mute this because it really
It makes you stop concentrating.
it puts me
way.
into panic mode.
Yeah.
Next achievement is Buffalo Shot. In order to unlock Buffalo Shot, pause the game as Marstorius, the large Italian wrestler who eats chains like they are sandwiches, as he's flying backwards and his tunic flies up. Much like I would do with Chun-Li in Street Fighter 2.
Pause.
Pause it.
Yes.
And I think he's the only one wearing any clothes that you could possibly do that. I really hurt my hand slamming it against the chair with the Matlock.
Sorry.
I mean, it's me. Next achievement I've got is Jug a Low Blow. In order to unlock Jug a Low Blow, get hit by Clown's attack where he uses you like a seal uses a beach ball. Which is a thing that he does. It's weird. And it's so few frames that it's like, what just happened? Where he lays on his back with his feet up and puts you on his feet and then does bicycle kicks as you spin around like a beach ball. Meanwhile, his stage looks like a Salvador Dali painting.
It does.
But it's also a Cyndi Lauper music video at the same time.
It was like that weird clown level in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Where like the bouncy castle and it's kind of
Oh
dark.
yeah, totally. Maybe they were paying homage to Fighter's history.
I think one of the clowns in the background was definitely that.
It was seriously that.
That the clown.
I've got 3 achievements. The first one being that was not worth $100K.
It might be.
Lose a match as Matlock because Matlock famously always charged $100K per case.
Did he?
I
I've
didn't
never
know
seen
that
a
until I was
Matlock.
looking that up.
Damn.
That seems like,
That's a lot.
he was no public
I mean,
defender.
you're going to win, but yeah.
He always got the win for sure. My mother watched that show religiously, so I watched it a lot.
What was the theme song? How did the theme song go?
I remember. You want me to
Please.
Dun, 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 dun,
I thought it was that.
Yeah, that's it.
They give it that like fucking
They got
English,
that. They got that ragtime band sound
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah, I do. I've had that fucking song stuck in my head all day.
Did it take place in like New Orleans or something?
I want to
Or, like,
say it was something like that. It
I was
some
hoping you were going to say
southern thing.
Minnesota.
Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
Then my second one, it's all because of that damn Russian judge. And you unlock that when you beat the game as Jean, who only entered the tournament because as a gymnast, he was given a 9.98, which was his first not perfect score, and that drove him to fighting so he could improve his gymnastics.
Oh.
And then the last one, do they even have bears in Italy? Beat the game as Marstorius.
Nice. Good achievements.
How much do you guys think you'd pay for this game if you were to buy it loose?
Tyler?
I mean, it's uncommon, so I'll say $35.
$35. What do you think, Ian?
$52.
$52.
52.
Actual price of Fighter's History for the Super Nintendo, loose, on average, according to PriceCharting.com, is $19.98.
What a bargain. You buying it? At that price?
Absolutely, but I'm not going to order it online. This is like if I see it at a convention or in a shop for $20 and I have $20, yeah, I'll
not
buy
paying
it.
the shipping
I'm
for
buying
it.
it. I don't want to pay the shipping for it. And I don't want to wait for it either. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to be like, oh, Fighter's History. I like this. Okay. I like this $20 worth. Here's $20.
Here's $20 stuff in bag. Move on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys want to do a randomizer? Do you want me to ask you a beer this week?
Yeah.
Tyler?
Yeah.
Tyler,
Thank you. Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a beard, sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would you give it?
I would give it Michael Scott's goatee that he was copying off of Ryan whenever he came back to the office. after being vice
BJ
president.
Novak.
Vengeance. Got to check it out.
Who BJ Novak is like 42 and he is dating.
A kindergartner. No, I
It's
don't know.
close. He's dating the girl who played Sabrina in the Dark Sabrina.
Oh,
who was the
wow.
little girl in Mad Men. She's like 20.
Ew.
So yeah.
Okay.
There are pictures of him in the background with all her like 20-year-old friends.
Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a pair of glasses, what kind of glasses would you give it?
I would give it the glasses of Mr. Lippman that were just like Jake Jarmel's Malaysian frames
Nice.
from Seinfeld.
Nice.
All right.
Since he thought he had the only ones, but no.
Nice.
No, he wasn't.
Nice. I love this.
You going to play that randomizer now?
You want to do it?
Yeah. Or I
Or?
saw the other game that came out on Switch Online
Okay.
is a game that we've been meaning to redo,
Okay.
Kirby's Avalanche.
I'm up for that.
Just because it's right there on the Switch Online.
I'm up for that.
Sure.
It doesn't matter to me.
We can play that.
Okay. Kirby's Avalanche.
Kirby's Avalanche.
Coming up.
Next episode.
Cool. Well, I know we're running pretty tight.
Got to do it.
We can call it.
Do you want to just open the package and that could be our community corner? Or you want to call it?
I want to see what's in the package.
Package.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Pretend we took a break and we're back, and now it's community corner.
I feel so refreshed from that break.
I know, it's so good. And it's hoodie weather. Oh, man, it's so nice to stand outside and watch you smoke that delicious-looking cigarette
In my hoodie.
in your hoodie.
Tyler is violently ripping open the
Fucking
side of this box.
Bust
Just
that box.
Oh,
for
it's
me.
fucking taped all
triggering
hell.
my
Bust that
OCD.
box.
Oh, damn.
Is there gold in there?
Sorta.
You made a face like there's gold in there. Well, we got 4 copies of Earthbound in there?
Sorta.
5 copies of Earthbound? Who's it from? Does it say?
There are
Guess not.
complete in-box copies
Oh, wow.
of Ryan Sandberg Plays Super Bases Loaded.
Oh, okay. That's where that package went. Here's that package I've been asking Nicole about for 2 months. Secret of Mana in
Star
there.
Fox.
Boxed.
Is this actually just something you ordered and somebody was giving you?
I traded somebody.
Well, here you go.
Great. I thought someone at the post office stole it because like the tracking was like, yep, it's here. And I asked Nicole, yep, there's that Secret
Complete
of Mana.
in-box Secret of Mana. There you are.
I asked Nicole about it and she's like, I don't know. I was like, oh, crap. Cool.
Nice.
Thank you, community.
Yes.
Yeah, this was like, I traded all my N64 games for these, essentially.
That's fucking great.
I'm not interested in collecting N64. So it's like,
I don't blame you.
I'll buy a flash cart for my N64 and be done with that.
Yep. Fuck
There you
that.
go.
Fuck all that. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, not SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, all over the place. We're everywhere. Just Tadpog. Make sure you do all of them because anything else can give you Tadpole, and that's not us. So Tadpog.
I mean, it could be.
It could be. We
Are
could
you
go that
interested
route.
in that?
Do Tad.
Get our Patreon up to $90,000.
Okay.
And we'll change this show.
Change the name?
So no, Tadpole. It's Tadpole centric podcast.
Okay.
Are we good with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I would do that for a $90,000 Patreon. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. We can still do this one.
Yeah.
But then in addition, we do a weekly Tadpole podcast.
Okay. Yeah.
We can say it.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah, of course it's reasonable.
Reasonable.
That's a steal.
That's our staple. That's what
steal.
we're known for.
I wonder what kind
Penguin,
of sponsors.
Jinkum, and Tadpole podcast.
I know. Tread carefully. We haven't pooped in the ocean yet. I'll be there. I'll be there.
Oh, shit.
In October. I'm gonna poop in the ocean.
Poop in the ocean. All right.
Nikki can confirm it. She'll be there with me.
So, do the challenges that were issued prior to me being on the show regularly, in effect, in perpetuity? Like, do I have to take on those challenges?
Do you
now
have
too?
to therefore now poop in the ocean?
Is it now fall to me to also poop in the ocean?
It's like it's like you've inherited our debt.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if one of us dies, you have to.
I'm ride or
yeah.
die.
There you
I you know.
Okay.
I'm in.
I'm ride or poop in the ocean.
Ride or poop
Yeah.
in the ocean. If I got to do it, I got to do it.
Man, I'm so
I'm
excited.
just sorry I missed out on the waifu pillow picture.
Well, I can pencil you in. Yeah, if you want to, if we could recreate that. If you want to get in, if you want to get in on that, I'm all on it.
Okay.
You just let me know.
I'll think on it.
Let's see what else we do. Got stuff all over the place between leaving us a review on iTunes. We've got shirts.tapog.com. CDC handed out some mask mandates, so I mean, get a mask just say you have one. You can do that. It's fine. It's a collector's edition mask now at this point. So, but most importantly, we got that Patreon.
We do have that Patreon, and as of the airing of this episode, I will be announcing the winner of the September Patreon Rush contest, where some lucky winner is going to get a selection of toys from my big toy box sent right to them.
Look who won.
But
It's Mr. Black.
I heartily endorse this event and or product. As the recording we're doing is on the 28th of September. Everyone has until September 30th. So on October 1st, I'm going to make the drawing happen, and then I will tag at the end of this. So stay tuned for the winner of the September 2022 Patreon Rush. And then here we are in October. As this is being aired, we are now in October, and that means a new contest has begun. Same deal with a little extra sauce this month.
Saucy.
Not only will the winner, if you increase your donation or start a new donation of $1 or more, patreon.com/tadpog, you will be entered to win a selection of toys from the big toy box. But also, this month we have a wonderful exclusive new prize to add to the pot. So not only will you get a toy selection, that means multiple toys from my toy box, the winner will also receive a special 2-character color commission artwork from Landon and Brandon Franklin of Wayward Cross Comics,
Nice.
courtesy of Paul
damn.
Korn.
Nice.
Once the winner is chosen, I'll put you in contact with Paul, who put them in contact with Landon and Brandon to pick 2 characters of your choice to have a...
Can they be doing anything I want them to?
I probably...
Can I enter this?
No. Well, I guess if
I'll
you
have
donate to
Nikki do
Patreon,
it
you can.
then.
There you go.
Nikki, give $500 to our Patreon.
So you'll get with them to decide which characters you want for the piece. You can see examples of these fine artists' work on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok by searching for Wayward Cross Art on any of those platforms. This is an original, customized, one-of-a-kind artwork. Paul is footing the cost of this from his own pocket. Super generous of him to offer to do this.
And this is good art. I've seen their work.
Oh, yeah.
and
They're great.
He showed me recently like
They're
some of
actual
the
professionals. Like, it's good.
yeah, like some of the color work that they've been doing, like digital color that they've been doing, and that stuff looked. I mean that looked amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was like, holy shit.
So Paul is going to pay for the winner of this month's contest to have a custom piece of artwork done by these extremely talented artists. This will be yours and yours alone. I am excited about
It's
this
very
prize.
cool.
I love the
It's
toy box
very
thing,
cool.
but this kind of goes above and beyond. And Paul,
It's
that
very
is
cool.
super generous of you to do that for us and for some of our listeners. So get those donations in. You have until 11:59 p.m. October 31st. That's Halloween to you and me. To get your donation in there. Any donation of $1 or more, any increase of $1 or more, you're entered to win. This is a big deal. I like this.
It's
one.
very cool.
So
I love this.
Do it. But we do also have a list of executive producers I'd like to read. These are the people that donate $20 or more a month to the cause. And we would be remiss if we did not mention their names. So I'm going to start that list off with Cousin David Galino, Plinko Nick Price, Cubicle Monkey, Executive Producer Dig Dougie, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, Joseph Phillips, Gamebug Prime Nathan Eaton, Usurper Grimm, Matt Gentile, a.k.a. Gentle G, Princess Consuela, Banana Hammock, Flavatrick, Taryn Landon, congratulations on your marriage, Pinball Archmage Chris Edler, we're sorry you couldn't be on this episode, Platinum member Brett Miller, Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, Nate from Utah, first-time caller, and Drinksmith Joey Webster. Thank you so much, guys, for all your generous donations.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Also, as of right now, for the September, well, I guess it won't matter. We'll announce the winner. The entries right now, we only have 4. We only got 4 for the month so far, unless we pick a couple up in the next couple days, which we'll know here in a minute. We got Jonathan Martinez, Joseph Phillips, Paul Korn, and Cubicle Monkey. Y'all are in for some toys out of my toy box. So stay tuned after this. We're going to have a little tag on at the end to announce the winner, and then I will also put that in Discord.
Awesome. Which is
yeah.
bit.ly/TADPOG Discord.
Come visit with us.
Come join the Discord.
We're on there. We talk to people. We're not snobs. We get into the conversations.
It's true.
Snobs versus slobs.
I'm a little column A, a little column B, I guess, but not in the Discord.
Right, all slob all the time.
All slob.
I say, I'm all
the
calling
time.
B. I'm a B, baby. So, our theme song is Moves by Sycamore Drive. Link to that track, find the shows at TADPOG.com. How you guys want to close this one out?
It's Karnov. But his hat is flashing. It's an important distinction.
So until next time. Oh, shit!
Like, it's one thing to be like, like obsessed with like Sailor Moon or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
you're not hurting anybody.
It's harmless. Yeah,
And it's like as long as you know it's fiction. You know what I mean? Like as long as it's like you're not blurring the line.
Or
Even
the-
if you
or
know it a
the-
little bit, it's fine.
or that the fiction that the fiction you're being fed
Yeah.
is known to be fiction, as opposed to fiction being fed to the masses disguised as not fiction.
Right, exactly.
Which is the problem, right?
But you can blend Sailor Moon fiction with reality.
You could have a
as
little
a treat.
You have a little bit of Sailor Moon reality warping as a treat.
As a treat.
Hey everyone. So, as promised, I've spun, or rather, I should say, my grandson Cohen has spun the big wheel of names. And this week we have our winner for Wiz and Sage's Big Toy Box Patreon Rush for September 2022. I'm very happy to announce that Jonathan Naj Martinez is the lucky winner this month. Jonathan's prizes will be shipped right away and at no cost to him, courtesy of the fine folks at the United States Postal Service. Didn't win this month? Don't worry. A donation or increase of an existing donation of $1 or more enters you to win in October 2022. Visit patreon.com/tadpog and donate before 11:59 p.m. on October 31st, 2022 in your time zone to make a donation and be entered to win. Thanks as always to everyone who's participated, and good luck this month.